What's up? What's up? What's up? This is a brand new episode of GCP, episode number 6. Shout out to all the viewers. Thank you for the likes, subscribes, and the comments. We appreciate that. And today we'll be without Rev today on this episode, but we got some new guests. We got some new guests today. And TS, what are our guests? What are our contestants today?
Hello. This is
What?
there.
No.
Wait. Who y'all introducing me? I'm introducing myself.
Well,
Shit.
ladies and gentlemen, we have our cousin on here. She's one of the older cousins, but I'm the oldest, but whatever. Go ahead, cousin. Introduce yourself.
Hello. Just like he said, I am one of the cousins. I think we're only legit months apart, so we really not that big of a difference. But so we really all in the same age group.
Right.
I was the one who kind of strayed away a little
What's
in
up?
earlier ages, and then we got
Oh, Lord.
my sister with me as well. If he wants to introduce her or however you guys want to do that.
Yeah, let's go
Well,
ahead and introduce Miss we known as Nana. Go ahead and
Nina,
introduce yourself.
a.k.a. Twitchy Bird, a.k.a.
Right. So
Uh,
so many nicknames, but yeah, my real name is Bridget. Yes, I do go by Nana or Tweety Bird, whichever.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm just here to kind of put my input in here and there.
ooh, for sure. Appreciate it.
And
Glad y'all can make it today.
last but not least, my fiance Alexandra, aka Alex. Say what's up, Twenty.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Hello, we are great.
And I'm
How you
not one
doing,
of the
Adam?
cousins, but I'm being brought into the family. I can't wait to get to know you guys more and talk about these topics. They're really interesting.
All
Yes,
right,
yes,
all
for
right.
sure. Let's get
So,
into it.
okay, for the first topic is pretty interesting. We found online today, and we just really wanted to just get y'all, y'all insights on it. And what's the topic to you?
The first one, dog, is man stole girlfriend 10,000 to place a bet. The brother won 100 million. He gave back his girlfriend the 10K he stole from her. She is mad as hell, and she want $40 million.
Mm,
Let's talk about it.
all right. So who wanna go ahead and who got something to say about this first?
I mean, I
I,
do, of course. I mean, yeah, okay, okay. Okay. You
Go
want to
ahead,
go
Cuzzo.
first, or I'll run it? It does. It we can do it.
You want?
Yeah,
I
go ahead. Go ahead, Cuzzo. What's your opinion about that? How you feel about that?
Okay. First off, like, okay, if like we're together, first off, so I at that point, once you stole something from me, loyalty is already questioned right off the rip. Um, you had no business because
Mm-hmm.
if I'm dealing with you, 9 times out of 10, all you have to do is ask me. And if I really, you know what I'm saying, deal with you in that type of way, you probably would have got it. You like easily. But
Mm-hmm.
now you throwing the trust and all that type of stuff into it when it could have easily been on some team effort and some teamwork. So um the fact that you even like took it from me without my permission, that definitely raises red flags. But you took it,
Right.
and yes, I understand you low key, quote unquote, try to flip it. I definitely feel like you do owe me more than the amount that you took from me, simply because like you have legit probably 9 times out of 10 ruined our relationship because the trust is no longer there at that point. So it's gonna take way more than the additional that she's asking for, but I honestly feel like what she's asking for to try to at least partially try to ease her mind in a sense, because now she's sleeping with somebody who would actually take that to do that to her. So she's actually laying with somebody who actually thought about doing that. That's
Right.
weird on a whole nother level. But I
Right.
feel like what she's asking for and what he still is able to keep in return, which may be the money, may not be the girl, but I feel like what she's asking for is very much so reasonable.
Yeah.
So
Eh,
I got a question on that. So do you feel like she deserved that 40 million?
Yes, she does. Because you know what? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because that money that he took from her, she didn't have to open her mouth and say what she was using it for. She could have been wanting to open a hair shop. She could have been wanting to do whatever she wanted to do with her money. And he ruined all of that for her out of his selfishness. So yes, I feel like she does.
And that's
But
what
he,
that's what's
yeah,
interesting too about this story, because it's like it just said it took 10K from her. With I'm trying to figure out, they on a joint bank account or is it her personal
right,
money? Because just like we
But
said,
exactly.
it
in our
it
previous
should have been
episode.
discussed though.
Yeah, yeah,
Either
of
way,
course. Like,
it should have been discussed. So like they when like even when you have like a joint account, I feel like you guys are one at that point.
oh yeah,
So just
and that,
taking the money you took from her, just
yeah,
if she
and
were
that,
to do it to him, she took it from him.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, either way, I feel like the other person kind of took away from the other, whether it
yeah,
was on a personal
Yeah,
bank account or a joint.
and that's what I'm
right.
saying too. Like on a joint account, like everything has to be asked. You know what I'm saying? You can't just
Exactly.
barge in there
Exactly.
and take no 10K, because both of y'all are contributing that as one.
Exactly. Exactly. And the thing is, like, if you guys are in a relationship and like if you guys are 10 toes with each other, and if she would have went to him or he went to her, again, like we're speaking from like, both points of view, male and female. If
Right.
anybody would have asked, like, hey, I seen this building and I want to start doing nails or whatever the case, you touch bases with your partner. But again, that's a whole nother topic, whether it's a partner or just simply somebody that you're laying with. But your partner, because there's levels to that as well. But you touch bases with your partner and you ask them, you I'm not saying ask them, but you let them know, hey, this is something that I have set up, something I'm considering to do. What is your input on this? And then y'all proceed in that type of way to avoid those types of situations.
Right, and then
See, but Cuz made a bet though. He was already gambling like on the whew, boy. I'm glad he won that 100 million, but hey, but you should have told your woman, hey, bro, I could
but
make a
then it's
bet.
but then it's like too though. It's like I wonder what the story is like. Was he planning on leaving her and like kind of like that? Oh, I took your money. I'm not gonna hear from you no more. You know what I'm saying? Type of
Right,
stuff.
right.
So especially just
Right, yeah, it could have, yeah, it definitely could have been that type of thing too. But then again, it also raises the question of what else has he taken?
yeah,
Facts. It's a whole lot of questions. Like,
Because
what
if
else you
she
took from her?
actually,
Yeah.
so I mean, like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying, like having that amount of money put up, period, you definitely have to have a certain type of, you know what I'm saying, you educated a certain type of thing going on for yourself to have that amount put up either way. So you're not really gonna necessarily pay attention to the couple of hundreds that came up missing. You're not paying attention to it at the time. So it like opens a whole nother door as to, damn, what else did this person take from me? Like, did he really take out 200 and I'm so busy caught up trying to actually save for my actual goals that actually, you know what I'm saying, has something to do with that 10K? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, did he take 200 and I didn't pay attention to it? So it opens a lot of doors with that too.
mm,
Facts. But 10K though, that's a lot of money that you take from somebody though. Damn.
It
Like you got
is.
that much money? Damn.
But that's what I'm
10K?
saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can be so
Sheesh.
emotionally, like you can be so financially established to the point where you don't even notice the minimum. So he might have took a whole stack and
mm,
and doubled it, and you not know nothing about it because
Yeah.
you in that place.
right.
Mm-hmm. So Alex, how you feel about this? What's your thoughts on this 10K betting? And he flipped it and actually came out on top. But do you feel like the woman deserved the $40 million?
I actually do believe she deserved it. Just because if it wasn't for her, he wouldn't have gotten anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's two strikes. He didn't
True.
communicate with her, and that's her. It was her money to begin with. So y'all pretty much, well, Brittany pretty much said everything that I agree with it. Like basically, she does deserve that and some. Like, you know what I mean? Like she wouldn't
Yeah.
have had he wouldn't have had anything without her
Yeah, that's
starting.
true. Yeah, without her money, he couldn't able to get that 100 million. So yeah, that makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, don't steal, okay? But
And
I feel you.
and that's what I'm saying too. So it's like I wonder just at the end of the day, because we already know when you see something like this, it's like, oh, what the man done did to the woman. So it's like I want to just know that's like they story, like as in, I mean, dude could be getting abused. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even know. So like like
He trying to get away.
Fact.
it's good it's good to talk about stuff like this, but I want to know like the whole background. Like was he trying to get out
Facts.
or like you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
and
mean,
that's
but
why.
no, okay, but at the end of the day, okay, if that's gonna be the thing, at the end of the day, he's his own man and he's his own individual. Why are you not able to stand on your own 2 feet if you are being abused? If that's the case, go work at McDonald's, leave her because you're tired of her abuse. You know what I mean? And do what
That's
you can
kind of
do to stand
embarrassing,
on your own
fam.
2 feet. You legit try to steal,
Yeah.
which could also, if she had the proof, you know what I'm saying, if she was really one of those, because a lot of people are very, if she had the proof that you actually stole it or blah, 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 you could have did jail time instead of actually standing on your own 2 feet as a man.
That's true.
But how do we also don't know if they've ever communicated before with the finances. We don't know if he might have been used to just being able to take some money without saying anything.
You show right.
Yeah.
You show right.
He probably
See,
didn't
if
think
they
it.
can have that discussion on whether or not they have a limit
Yeah.
on what they could possibly take out. So let's say you and your partner be like, okay, our maximum for each other is 300, no questions asked. You know what I mean? Like a no questions asked policy. That's what you guys do. That's a whole different ball game. That's what I'm saying. So it kind of a little bit lean towards like them being so financially stable to the point where they don't even notice it half the time. Like what if this was caught like after she already had way more and she was like, wait a minute, I should have this, and this is like 2 years later down the line because they were so financially stable to the point where she didn't even peep it. Like nobody peeped nothing because that's just how they work. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff into that. But again, if it wasn't without a discussion prior to, I feel like she deserves that. Just simply because of the chaos that it causes, because again, it leads to trust issues. It leads to a lot of issues that aren't, you know what I'm saying, that's just not necessary. So I feel like, yeah, for that, like, oh, I understand. And I feel like if he were to just be like, okay, here, get this, I understand where you're coming from, go ahead and take the extra, I shouldn't have did it, and they move forward, I feel like that would be the best bet. But then if he like, I mean, man, like if he want to go about it that way, then like, it's definitely gonna be a problem.
So let me throw this at y'all though. Say this. Say old boy was getting cheated on, and he knew for years that he was getting cheated on. Do you think he's still supposed to give her 40 million?
No.
And he found out that his
No.
woman been cheating on him throughout the whole relationship. Should he still give him the 40 million or give her just the 10K back?
Give her the 10K just back. I'm gonna say it like that, bro. Give her the 10K.
No,
See, it's a whole many scenarios to this. He could have been abused, ladies and gentlemen. He could have been a thief. He could have been. It could be attack. It could be an effort of their money put together, ladies and gentlemen. It could be anything. But right now, at this moment, if I'm being cheated on, if I know my girl cheated on me, bro,
no,
bro, she ain't getting nothing, bro.
I have to say I agree because
you really like, first off, that's tit for tat. Like, okay, you being tit for tat first, and then if you actually knew she was cheating on you, why you stay?
Cause she got that bankroll. And
Okay,
so
okay, exactly. So first off, you being selfish and you decided to steal.
She broke my heart, man.
So okay, so no.
But
okay, her cheating has nothing to do with her cheating has he made that decision on his own. That she could have did
scenario,
because he
ladies
was
and gentlemen. This is a scenario.
Because that's what I'm saying. So okay, if he's gonna play that role because she cheated, then she can do whatever she wants to because he broke and he couldn't have his own 10 bands.
Man, teamwork makes the dream work.
So now teamwork exists. Now that you did something because I did something to you, now it's teamwork.
But that's what I'm saying though. So check it out though. Like maybe
Oh, man,
some people
no.
you know how some people be cheating on. It's harder for them to get out of a relationship. What if he was in that situation? Yeah, he got to hold himself accountable because he took back a cheater. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. In this world, if you been cheated on and you really really think you love this person, it's hard for you to move on and see them in a different light.
Been
Facts,
there,
you ain't
done
going
that.
nowhere.
Been there, done that. Again, I was in a relationship for 11 years, and
Mm.
dude cheated on me, and I like, you know what I'm saying, like that. That's fine, and that's me as a personal preference. Like you
Hmm.
have to know when to know better. You know
Yeah.
what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
So
Yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, he did this to me, so I'm going like, and okay, and this is cheating. Like this is cheating. This is something that the world does. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's emotional, physical, whatever, the world does it. That's just what it is. So regardless of how he cheated on me, I'm not going to steal from this person for a come up.
Oh yeah.
Right.
There's no right way about stealing at all.
Yeah, so yeah, like regardless of the situation, I don't care if she slapped him on the side of the neck every time he didn't bathe right. Whatever the case, he ain't need to touch them funds when he was in a
If
relationship
a
and they
boy is
didn't
still
touch bases
abusing
with
this
each other
girl,
first.
get the money and run, bro. I don't know his name, ladies and gentlemen, but you get that money, you pay back what you took from her, and move on.
But when
So
I
The
okay,
moral
read,
of the
so at,
story
at
is,
the end
ladies
of
and
the day,
gentlemen,
you
do not
saying give
steal.
her the okay, so at the end of the day, you saying give her what you stole and leave it be. Like you're not
I
worried about
mean,
the fact that you actually stole from somebody who, again, because she didn't know his intentions, he didn't know hers. She could have had a whole separate thing that she was going on for her own personal self. If you want to be selfish and personal, so you telling me that just giving her that, which could have possibly set delays, whether it was canceling trips that cost thousands, canceling a whole bunch of stuff. You're telling me you just gonna give her that 10K and you
now if it was
stole it.
me, if I did it as me, I give her more than 10K back. Like, hey, baby, you bless my game. I'm gonna give her at least. If I want 100 million, I give her 20 million. Just be okay. Thank you, baby. And I'm
and
gone.
that's what I'm saying though. It's like, what was his plan going on for? To marry this woman, or was it like, and then they say girlfriend? You don't say fiance, wife. Stealing is stealing wrong, but in the day, it's like you never know. Like, was he like he could have been playing his way out or some type of stuff?
Okay,
Right.
That's what
okay.
it sounds
If
like.
that's the case, then what if okay, listen to me. What if that account they had set up had that money in and she was planning to get away too? Is it still that same feel?
Oh yeah.
Like you
Let's say
took that money out of my account that I had set up and I already had the house set up
If it was a joint.
and this amount was supposed to be taken out right then, or I already had excuse me the flight set up and all that type of shit. So if what if she had all that set up? The feeling
check
still
this
remain the
out.
same that she was still
Let's
trying to
say
get away as well?
nobody have a bank account. They said they had that money like under the mattress though, in the closet in the shoebox.
Basically that's joint account. For us, you know what I'm saying? Like that's basically a joint account. If we put in $200 every week, like that's basically a joint account in the
Yeah,
shoebox.
yeah, in a sense, and yeah, in today's time, right.
But
So
ladies and gentlemen, the moral of the story is do not steal, people. It's not fun. There's always consequences. It was his man's girlfriend. Okay, we get it, y'all. Nobody's perfect. But he's wrong what he did. I understand what y'all saying. He's definitely wrong. I would not steal from my girl. I would have came up like a man. Hey, baby, I need this. I'm going to do a little gambling. And I might win, I might lose. Simple as that. A
and
conversation would have changed the outcome of this whole thing.
Right.
and like
Agreed.
I'm saying, like at the end of the day, like if you a couple, like if I hit big at a casino, if I hit 100 million, hey, I'm giving my woman 500. I got 500. Oh, that million.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm getting five.
Hey, bro.
Hey, I have to think about it. I'm getting 500K. She getting 500K.
Man, hold on now.
Right. Okay.
If y'all
Yeah.
already
Okay.
together,
See,
it really don't
in that
matter. So
type
the
of
money could be in the
situation,
same household.
Right, yeah,
But it's
and that
like,
type of situation is different because you guys are like y'all are partners in like you so heartedly to just together. You know what I mean? Like that
right.
type of thing. Now, if you just somebody that's knocking my ankles loose every weekend,
Mm.
and I feel like I got a
Wait a
bond
minute.
with
Whoa.
you,
Hey.
or whatever the case may be, and like I said, we kick it. You know what I'm saying? We bond or whatever the case may be. You're not gonna get that.
Yeah, of course.
So you have to be
Girlfriend or
partners, like because you can actually be with somebody for years and legit be in that category. Like he really don't care about what you got going on. You don't care about his, but y'all legit lay with each other every single night for 5 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like and y'all really not even partners. Y'all just really two people who just comfort each other in whatever needs need to be met. So if we're that type of couple, then no. But if you are like my real dude who understands, you know what I'm saying, what I'm trying to do and I understand what you trying to do, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't getting half.
damn.
You
Ladies
not
and
getting.
gentlemen,
I'm
make sure you get the
sorry.
popcorn and the glass of
You
water,
not
ladies and
getting
gentlemen.
half. And this is only if like I'm taking my money to invest. No,
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting half
Mm-hmm.
because
Oh
I
my.
mean I'm gonna help you out. You know, so you can tell me what you're trying to do. Yeah, I'm gonna support you in your things. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Give you a little change of thumb when you need to. You know what I'm saying. But you ain't getting half.
Hey.
But if
Oh my.
yeah, if like even if you are my partner, I don't want you to be comfortable in that sense of whenever I come up, you come up with no effort. Now, if I know that my partner is actually working, trying to bust his ass to try to do what he need to do, yes, I'm 10 toes. But if you just want to be like a relationship strag along,
Want a
you
bum
ain't
off
gonna-
you.
you ain't
Man,
Be a bum off you. That's all that is.
yeah, you know what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Because that's
Right.
gonna come into play too. Like that's gonna come out of there. Like, girl, you know good and well he wasn't doing this and this and this. So why would you split your income tax? Why would you split your you trying to split out his money because he split your legs, girl? We ain't doing that.
man,
But yeah,
if my girl had $100 million, I'm not going nowhere. You feel me?
but okay, but that's what I'm saying though. Like and that's where that situation would come into play. Like you got to be smart.
If my girl had $100 million, I'm gonna do and whatever she say. Yes, ma'am. I got you. $100 million. That's a lot of money. What you said?
You
Go
want
outside.
you want your
I go
eggs
outside.
scrambled or fried? Like what? Okay.
How you want your chicken, madam, or how you want your salad? You just want all green leaves, whatever you want. I'm doing it. Whatever you want, I'm doing it, bro.
Brittany,
No
what
matter what she say.
Nana got something to add on this? So no, she quiet over there.
I
Mr.
mean,
Bird.
she pretty much.
I'm piggybacking. Yeah, like
I mean,
agree
she
with
really like
everything that's
me.
been said.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, don't steal. Okay, like I said before, please don't steal, ladies and gentlemen. It's not worth it. Work hard for your shit and be okay. That's all you gotta do.
And that's that extra pain and suffering too tagged on too.
You feel me? You feel me?
Man,
And I feel like always
that
have
blood,
your
sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
yeah, like always have your own back.
Yeah.
For
What
sure.
is that? All right, cool. Anybody got anything else to add to this topic before we move on?
Get your money and leave. That's all I gotta say. But I think that's it, my boy. That's pretty much wrap that one up.
All right,
Oh
cool.
my
All right,
goodness.
good. Let me see. All right, Tia, what we got for topic number 2?
Number 2, my boy, we have, should a man move in with a woman? Whew. Yeah, we gotta talk about this.
Wanna go ahead and
Alrighty.
tackle this first thing as the guest?
Anybody wanna go off?
I mean, y'all
Any
mean
special guests wanna start this off?
go
Or
on
should
because
I
I can run it.
okay.
So
I tell you what.
if I'm sorry Alex that's the name.
Yeah, you can go.
Alex, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can go because I promise you, I can run it. I'll run it because I definitely be having opinions. So
I say this. Put it like this. No, a man should never move in with a woman. Cause why? Ladies and gentlemen, Think about it. The moment this brother say something wrong or do something wrong, get out of my house. This is my house. She gonna start throwing up. Your name is not on the lease. I bought this house. Whoop de whoop. No, brother, fellas, I hear you listening. Don't do it, boy. She gonna kick you out of that house. You have a big old plastic bag with your Jordans and your clothes in a plastic bag. You're gonna look dumb on the side of the street. Fellas, don't do it. Hell no. I
All
say
right,
no.
now, hold on. Now I gotta be like Eric May's point of order. Hold on. Let me tell you. Wait. Hold up.
Go ahead, cuzzo.
Okay, so on that note, I legit feel like everybody got to start from somewhere. Everybody starts from somewhere. So not necessarily does the man need to make sure he's established, or neither does a woman need to make sure that she's fully established. You know, like that's not no one's main thing. So who's to say that this man is not legit trying? So let's say this man he's 22. He was on his own at 18. He got his first apartment when he was 18, and he's been moving from place to place to place. He's struggling at this moment to get a place of his own. Okay, because there's situations that go. So you got people who are trying to roach, and you got people who are legit, like really trying and honestly can't. So he may need to live with a female for a moment until he's able to pay off those apartments and then get his, you know what I'm saying, financially get him. Not saying he's gonna leave her afterwards, but that may be his scenario. Then you also have those guys who just legit don't want nothing in their name. Ain't never had a light bill, ain't got nothing on their credit. Like they credit is they 35 and their credit level is still the same as when they was 18. You got them too. So you can't just simply base wanting somebody to live with you as somebody trying to, you know what I'm saying, like trying to roach. But then you also, that person also does need to know that they need to contribute as well. My last thing, and I'm gonna pass the baton after
not
this.
all women.
But
But
yeah,
some
so
women.
after this, I would say if that man is going to move into a place with this woman, before you make that move, once again, it boils down to that person being your partner, not the person that you're simply having intercourse with and blowing a sweet with and taking shots with. That's
Whoa, hold
not
on,
it.
fella.
You got to make sure that
We
that
gonna
is
get to
your
it.
partner, because your partner is not going to throw those types of things in your face. She's not going to be, oh, we got into it, you can dip. Oh, you can, that's petty shit and that's immature.
So
There we
let me
go.
ask you this. Can a man move with a woman 2 months of dating?
2 months.
Like 3 months of dating?
Hold on, Tita. Let me say my piece on this right here real quick for you.
Oh, go ahead, my bad, dog. Hey, boy. Go ahead, cuz. What you got, though? What you got?
So like I definitely agree. Like I said, you trying to be a bum and you trying to like live off that person, you shouldn't. Like a man should not move in with a woman. But at the end of the day, we all know cost of living is crazy. Like if they, like you said, if they in a really relationship with one another, and you be like, hey, especially talk the bills out together and want to like, help the woman he's moving in with. I don't see
Right.
no problem with it because like especially y'all going half and half on the bills. But that's only if you feel me, like if y'all together and y'all want to build a life together.
Exact. That partnership. If that's not your
Nah,
partner,
real talk.
like if they're not your partner, everything is going to fail. If they're not your partner,
Right.
not sexual partner, not your drinking partner, not none of that. Your actual partner that you got, you know what I'm saying, for your goals and your life partner. I'll put it to you that way. So if they're not your life partner, not your
Right.
Because if that
a
man
lot of
tells
things
that
are different.
facts, and if that man tells that woman, "Hey, let me move in," and don't even ask like how much, how much is rent or like how much is light bill, or even like try to,
Boom.
you know what I'm saying, just try to get information. Okay, well I can pay half on half of this with you. Like if they just say, "Hey, can I move in?" Like and don't even try to ask for the finances, they already know you can expect for them, not to pay for nothing or want to pay for anything.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
like you said, a lot of them don't have, they names on the apartment. So if they don't have the rent, they can just leave. Then it don't affect them. And you got a
Mhm.
lot of people out here like that.
It
Right.
is because everybody in like I feel like today, like in today's times, everybody really legit in survival mode.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can't really know nobody's
Facts. Everybody don't give a fuck too.
right, that yeah, they like it's
you
just
don't
it's really
know. Yeah, you don't know anybody's intentions. So you can't just automatically assume that the dude is willing to give up everything that he have to move in with this woman.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
so he could be doing it on different intentions. He may be willing to give up what he have to move in with her and continue to keep up with his responsibilities. Like he can continue to be like, okay, so what's this, what's that, and continue. And then who says like when the lease is up, he can get on there with her, and they can continue to build that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody not looking to munch off of somebody, so it just depends on like that person's intention. So it depends on like how long y'all been talking, or like
Having a real
if you
partner.
know, right, if you know this person is willing to come in and continue to
You know what?
contribute in a positive way, not bring you down, not
Exactly.
like. So I mean, that's a conversation that needs to be had before like that person is even willing to come, you know, or before you
Exactly.
even let them move in with you.
Back and forth, not a monologue.
Go ahead, Tweety Bird. I see you, cuzzo. For sure. For sure. Alex, you have anything to add to this?
What was the question again? Remind me of the question. Is this when
Should a
the man
man
is moving
move
in with the
in?
woman?
Yeah, should a man move in?
Yeah. Should a
Um,
man move in with a woman?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Honestly, I mean, like any situation, it depends on the circumstances. It depends on his intentions, his situation, her situation. You know, it all depends on what they're going through. Y'all pretty much said it all. You know,
Yeah.
I agree. I think that there's nothing wrong with a woman moving in and a man moving in. Whoever is better off. But what are your plans after? Like, are y'all keeping that house? Do you have plans like for both of y'all to get up on your feet and work towards a house that both of you chose, or what's after that?
Exactly.
Drugs. Yep.
Yeah, and that,
But no, I feel you though. That's real talk though. I guess it's depending on the man, but I don't know. I don't know.
and we
But I
all
feel
know, like
y'all.
right now, like I said, cost of living, the price of rent is high. Everything is groceries, car notes, everything is high. So it's like,
Gas prices are like for real.
man, so every little help on the bills, like I said, especially if the attention's right, man, that go a long way.
Yeah. If they got a good head on the shoulders and you love me for me, well shit. Well come on then. Rent is 2,000, light bill 250, phone bill, got 3 kids with the phone, so that's 120 right there. Car insurance by 150, so
Yep. That
yeah,
had,
it's like
before
$10 a box.
stuff even gets moved in, first of all, that need to be discussed. Cause you got a lot of people moving in just thinking, oh, I got this, but don't even just look at the whole, like, these are all my bills I pay for a month. It's not just it's not just rent. All bills not included. Like,
Right. And another thing is everything don't have to be 50-50. Say y'all have two different cars. His car insurance can be his and then the woman's car insurance can be hers. Everything don't necessarily have to be 50-50.
and at a sense, that's kind of 50-50 right there, just a little bit. Because it's not a whole, you know what I'm saying? It's like his insurance, her insurance, they splitting it down, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'll work out.
Right.
I mean,
All
like,
right.
okay, yeah, I understand that. Like, I understand that type of point of view. Like, if you want to split things, yes, definitely understand. Okay, this is the rent, this is the bills, this is this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also going to be that time because again, in this household, which when it comes to bills and wanting to play those types of roles, you're going to come across to where, hold up, wait a minute. Where's my personal shit? Where is my blah, blah, blah? Maybe I don't want to pay half of the light bill this time. I want to get a goddamn me pedicure because my shit is rough. You know what? Maybe this time I don't want to pay half
See?
of the lights right now because I feel like I want a fresh fade and I saw this shirt I like.
I feel like that's selfishness because, like,
Mm-mm.
I mean, I feel like
Hello.
if that's something y'all discussed ahead of time,
Only if
then
it's
the
discussed.
bills, right? So if the bills come first, okay, you put aside what you know y'all gonna split 50-50, then what's left, okay, you may do that with your pedicure, this and
But
that.
that's
I
still
feel like if that's up for discussion, I feel like
I need some
you know,
popcorn,
y'all
dog.
should be in that agreement to be able to handle what y'all agreed on.
But that's why 50-50 should not exist because you can't do 50-50 and then be like it's 50-50 when I feel like it should
right,
be
yeah, and it should be
for
like
your
that.
own personal
It
thing.
shouldn't be like that.
So that's why I feel like 50-50 is never gonna work because there's gonna be
Right.
that time to the point where you're gonna want your personal shit. You're
Right.
gonna want to do your own thing. You want to buy a big ass bottle of Patron. You want to buy your bundles and get your hair done. You rock your braids that you paid $300 for because you work for the shit and you a
Right.
grown ass person. So
Right.
that's why I feel like 50-50 is just like out the door. Is pretty much responsibility.
So let me ask you this, Ken, folks. So say like me and you, like we talk about electric, and we say we split that down the middle. So wouldn't
Okay.
that be like, so each person can have a state of mind? Okay, this how much money I can put back in savings this
Mhm.
week because I already know what I have to pay. Phone bill's 120. I already know. You know, I'm going half on that, and my spouse going half on that. 'Cause-
Okay, but in that case, it would be 50-50 on certain bills. You can't do 50-50 on your life. Because when people say 50-50, you including everything. You like most people when they say 50-50 is lights, it's car, it's groceries, it's
well, yeah,
this,
just
it's
no,
that.
just not
So
not the
yeah,
not the
yeah,
personal.
like
Yeah, yeah,
you
like
definitely right
the
on that.
yeah
So
the
when it
house,
comes to
the
like a
water.
specific
Yeah.
bill, a specific bill, of course, because that doesn't emotionally fuck with the person as hard. Because at the end of the day, you as a man, her as a female, that's a lot of pressure. That's pressure that no one likes to talk about and like to speak about. It- she can be like, dang, I wanted my nails done. I'm not feeling myself as a woman right now. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling a certain type of way. I sure did want to go. She want her nails done. And she's and most I'm just gonna say she and I'll go to the male point of view, but she can be like, you know what, I want my nails done so I can actually feel a certain type of way. So she might want to take a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying,
But
or
that's
whatever to do her
where
press ons. The same way for the man. He might want to do the same thing. You know what? Right now, I can't
Man,
afford, you know what I'm saying, to get this haircut that I want to pay for. I'm just going to do my edge up. So at the end of the day, you can do 50-50 when it comes to certain things
right, and
without
that's
losing
where
yourself.
that's where communication comes in it. So say if you know your check gonna be short and you know you're supposed to be splitting a bill 50-50 with your spouse. Okay, that's where communication comes in as to where you be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be short this, but will it be okay if I take out this,
To do
you know, this extra to
exactly.
get my toes done or my hair done or whatever?
'Cause I'm
And maybe you can pick up that extra slack that I'm
Right.
lacking this time. So that's where communication comes in it.
So that's why I don't like to set, like, I feel like I don't like to set 50-50 in stone in relationships because a lot of people like to do that. I'm like, oh, you gonna talk to me? Half the rent, half the,
Right.
and then now y'all gonna be arguing
Right.
because y'all done lost yourself in the half and half sauce to the point where he don't even feel good as a man because he couldn't afford to get his hair cut. You don't feel good as a woman because you couldn't get your eyelashes or your eyebrows done. So I don't feel like 50-50 should be set in stone when it comes to relationship because sometimes it might be 70-30, sometimes
Right.
it might be
That's why I feel like
80-20,
it's a teamwork.
sometimes it
It's
might be
teamwork.
90-10. You never know.
Right.
So that's why
It's
I
that's
don't agree with
why I
50-50.
said
It's
a
a
man
teamwork.
should not move in with a woman. That's it. Don't do it, fellas. You got your own shit. Keep your own shit
I mean,
until y'all know
it
y'all
can
good and
work.
ready.
Like I said, it's just the communication has to be down
Right.
pat.
Exactly.
You can't. It's like,
Exactly.
and then too, like you have that somebody who's like financially responsible. Like that, if the stuff is due on Friday, don't tell me on Friday that you don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like your half.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
come up. Like if you gonna know like a week in advance. Like you ain't gonna have. So I can prepare. Like it has to be a whole lot of communication. Like you have to actually, you know what I'm saying, think about the other person and be like, okay, well, I know if I don't have the money, I know then that put more baggage on them to get it.
Right. Like if you know you took
Like
out
I
that
said,
Monday and you know
mhm.
your check is not gonna be as full as it usually be, and you know you're gonna be slacking however much, then yes, that's something you communicate and y'all get together and figure out, okay, who needs to bring in what.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all hear this, ladies and gentlemen? They are saying some real shite. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, they talking some real stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, communication is key. Like they say, y'all, communication is everything, and love is everything too. But fellas, eh, I'm just saying my opinion. Don't do it unless you 100% you know you love her and she love you 100%. Then fellas, move in. Goddamn it, move in,
That's first.
cause you know what's gonna happen next. You feel me? Fellas, be careful out here. Ladies, you too. I'm just saying. I'm just ignorant. I'm just saying. Whatever. I don't care. As long as you love me for rent. Hey, as long as that damn rent being paid, I don't give a damn what you do. If the light bill get cut off, damn it, we got some candles. Just pay the rent and the water bill so we can flush the damn toilet. Forget it, we got candles. I don't give a damn. Fuck that electric bill. We got candles. Pay the damn rent.
We got electric and water. That's the,
That's
we
it,
got
bro.
electric and
Pay the
water.
rent and the water. As long as I can flush that damn toilet, I can take a bath, bro. I got 20,000 candles. I can't wait to burn them bitches. The hell with it. Hey, bro, I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, just pay your rent and the water.
All right, this anybody else got anything to add left on this topic number 2?
Cuzzos? Anybody? Alan?
Uh,
Cuzzos?
no, I think we good. Just like we said, communication. So yeah, I think we good.
Oh, we want to this. Okay.
All right, the next topic we
Y'all
got
hear
on
it,
last
bro.
topic. This topic's gonna be kind of lengthy. So what's that last topic, Tia?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The last and but not least topics. When is the right time
The kids.
to become intimate when you first meet someone new, ladies and gentlemen? Whew.
All
Bro,
right,
he pull up in that
Oh,
car.
man.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
No,
Okay,
so
hold up. I'm gonna let
so
my sister play the rest of the words.
Damn. What?
well,
so with that,
let's educate
Damn.
let's educate people on like the 5 types of intimacy first, and we're gonna
You,
talk about it one.
okay,
We're
hold
gonna
up.
talk about it one by one.
What we gonna do? The first one. Give me just 1 second because I was about to get up.
Go ahead,
Okay, so
Cuzzo.
the first one, which I kind of feel, in a sense, would be which is I think it's the main thing that people kind of go to first, which would be the physical part.
Physical
Most people
intimacy.
Uh-oh.
are yeah, most
Ooh,
people are
physical. Let's
familiar
talk
with
about it.
what's up.
You can read
Oh,
about
go
it
ahead. I was
on
saying,
the
you said
physical.
physical.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead. Let's talk.
physical is the first one. Most people are familiar with the physical intimacy or think it's the only kind of intimacy, which is in today's world. I totally agree. Um, Physical intimacy can, include sexual intimacy, which is a part of like, what I'm saying, like the healthy part of a relationship. However, physical intimacy can also include like affectionate, just touching, holding hands, hugs, kisses, I'm saying, cuddling, like that type of thing. Affectionate touch is closely related to, like high relationship and, I'm saying, like satisfaction. I'm saying? Just knowing that person, like even whether you cooking nachos or whatever the case may be, I'm saying, they touch you like, ooh, they acknowledge that. Acknowledgement. That's one thing that excites them in that sense. But
Okay.
um which plays a vital role in building feelings and closeness between two people. We all have different needs when it comes to physical intimacy. You can ask your partner about their needs if you need clarification, because some people don't like to be touched. Like, I don't like touchy feely sometimes. Not all the time. Like, I understand what you're meaning by it, but sometimes I'm just not. I don't like it. But yeah. So you can
Mm.
that's one of the things. Physical intimacy can change over time. So like as you get older, sometimes, what I'm saying, like maybe she don't like you touching her butt cheek, what I'm saying, as an example. She doesn't feel a certain type of way at that point. So that could be one of the things. So the most important piece of keeping is gonna be keeping emotional communication to ensure that both get your needs met when it comes to physical intimacy.
And I'm stopping you right there, Kim. I got something to add on that. And a lot of time these days, that's all people know about. The physical intimacy, really. Because when they hear that word intimacy, they hop to, oh, that's just sex,
Exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
and it's
Because
really on.
because everything is sexualized to the point where like it's it gets to the point where no one enjoys sex anymore. I'm gonna let other people speak on that because there's a whole there's a door I can definitely open for that. Just me, as a woman who was used to legit having the time of her life to a person that's completely different now, so I can definitely like touch on both bases on that. So, anyone else who would like to have the floor, you can definitely have the floor.
And okay,
Man, what you got,
so
cousin?
adding
Go ahead, bro.
adding physical intimacy to and what was the topic question?
Like
Uh,
when do you feel like it's appropriate to the point where you two are
like when is
that's
the
something
right
that you
time to
should go
become
about it?
intimate when you
Like
first meet
that's really
someone
the
new?
question at hand. Like when do you feel like it's okay to kind of go towards the physical intimacy part?
Man, I feel like that really, for me, I'm getting my point of view on this because I feel like it's how often y'all communicate and talk. Because, like people might talk all day, every day, and they might be over each other's house all day, every day, getting to know, like, they'll have more time to get to know one another first somebody that lives, you know, hours away and they only can just talk on the phone, but they can't, have that physical, contact. So I feel like that
Right.
will make it stronger over the, like first, like I said, somebody who's hours away on that physical intimacy aspect.
It's like it's building up to it. You feel me? Man, I just feel like, bro, if I meet this chick and we hit it off, like the vibes is like click immediately. Mm, I don't know, man. If she said, "Hey, you want to come back to my place?" Yes, ma'am.
And
But
then okay, so that
I don't
word
know.
comes in at as if she did say, okay, do you want to come back to my place? That's not necessarily saying she want to have sex. That could be, just saying, okay, do you want to come back to my place? We can vibe, lay up, watch a movie, do this, do that. But it don't necessarily have to involve sex all the time. So
Which is
it's
true,
like,
but a man go no. Like the way how you, come on, y'all,
well, a man
don't play.
gonna assume. I feel like a man gonna assume. That's not necessarily saying that a woman wanna have sex because that's not what she has to give off all the time, like right off the top. But then again, and if you're both adults, then okay, if you have sex on the first night, okay, that's just what it is. Like, okay, yeah, we're both grown. I'm letting you do this. We both agree to this. Okay, it happened. Okay, that's what it is. But if a woman just necessarily says like, okay, yeah, do you want to come back to my place? That I feel like that's not her saying, okay, do you want to come back to my place to have sex? Because that's not what she could be saying. Like it could just be she might just want to spend the night with you, want to lay up with you, want to like just vibe with you. That's not necessarily saying she wants to have sex with you.
But 9 out of
That's
10 though,
That's true.
no, that's what it is true though for sure, ladies and gentlemen. She said some real shit for sure. But 9 out of 10 though, it's about to go down. But
Nah,
if she
not
want to
like
watch Netflix,
yeah.
we can drink. That's cool. We can still continue to vibe. I still want to look into your eyes. We can still talk. But if nothing going down, hey, nothing go down.
But
I'm not gonna be mad about it.
let me ask y'all this.
But
Okay, so we have three women on the panel today. The way the world is, and you see everything that's happening. Do y'all think that's safe? You know what I'm saying? Like to invite a random to y'all place that that you just met them.
No,
But
and
this
that's
world,
another thing. I feel
yeah,
like some women may really have to like some women may want to really get to know that person, like, or at least try, because you never know who you're with. I mean,
mm,
some people just really don't show their true colors until it's just to that point. But I feel like some some women may just okay, yeah, we had a good night, you drop her off, whatever, and then that's that, and then y'all continue on the next day conversating.
right,
So it's not like I mean, some people really do need to get or want to be comfortable with that person before they even get to that point.
right.
for sure. Yeah. Now, if I
Because you
was a
don't know
woman,
everybody's intentions. Like you don't know, like, you know, especially say if it's the third date, first date, or whatever, you don't know that person's intentions. You don't
Yeah,
know nobody.
exactly.
So you know, you try to go into these years with somebody trying to get to know them, but like I said, at the end of the day, you really never truly know who somebody is, because you can fake it all day and all night. You know, you only gonna show your true
right.
colors to somebody that you really willing to show, you know, to show that with. So it kind of depends who you're comfortable with. So like I said, if a female feel like she's comfortable with that one man that she went on a date with, and she just feel like it was everything, he was perfect, this and that. She did invite him back to her place, and they did just do whatever. Okay, she just felt like she was comfortable to do that. Like maybe she felt like, oh, okay, he ain't gonna do this to me. He ain't crazy, this and that. So it kind of just depends.
And yeah, I want to add too, and Nate, appreciate that. Appreciate you putting it like that for all our viewers too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Real
I
shit, man.
I want to add that too, like fellas, like if you get turned down and a woman invites you to her house, don't get mad. Don't have a temper tantrum. Don't call out her name because, like I said, you lost anyways from already thinking that you finna do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be a turn off anyways, especially if the woman don't ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't even see y'all doing that tonight. And like I said, you gotta basically read the room too.
Oh yeah. Just pay attention, fellas. You gonna get it eventually. Just pay your cards right, man. Damn. Chill. You gonna get that twat waffle? Just calm down. But yeah. If you go
Right.
along,
Yeah. Like I feel like that's in. It's not even something that you necessarily have to rush into. Like I said, like it don't even always have to involve that. Like yeah, you know, in this day, like people think that intimacy is always physical, but it's not. It's simply just having a conversation that y'all see eye to eye on, and like I said, y'all just laying up vibing, watching a movie or something like that. It's not. It doesn't always have to involve like physical touch.
go ahead, sister. But let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. How long should a man have to wait?
with with that, I feel like that's something that you really can't put a number on.
It ranges.
Or like if a female has like her standards already set up to where she automatically like, okay, I'll wait 3 months before I even do anything with a man. Okay, that's something different, and that's something that she should voice before y'all even go any further. I feel like that's something you
That's
should
true.
know
That's true.
before y'all even get any further than that, so you can at least know how she thinking to where you won't even try. And if that's something that you know you can't deal with, then okay, end it right there. Don't try to go any further with this person, knowing that they have their standards of, okay, I wanted to go 3 months without having sex with you. I want to just get to know you. I want to talk to you and things like that. Like don't waste your time.
So when should that be discussed, man? Like the first date or like the second or the third?
Mm,
Like
Oh,
what should
good
it?
shit.
Could you
Hell
just
yeah.
come out, right off the bat and like so you don't be wasting my time? Cause a lot of
right,
people be
because I
wasting.
feel like I'm just speaking in these days, like yeah, men automatically think like, okay, yeah, we both wrong. If we fuck, we do this, whatever. Okay, that it is what it is. But
Right.
I feel like that should be on the first date. Yeah, like as y'all getting in the conversation and things like that, I feel like yes, you should let that be known. That way, at least he can make his
Come
decision
on,
on,
cuz. Not the
okay,
first
well,
date
I'm either
now.
gonna respect that or I'm not gonna respect that. And if that's the case, if you're not gonna respect it, then you okay, you make your moves accordingly. But like people don't really respect each other nowadays. But if you respect that, then at least let me know, okay, you down to continue to vibe, conversate, get to know each other, whatever, up until it gets to that point. If you're not down for that, then okay, then let that be known. And like
I feel you saying you can't be mad like when 2 months
right,
into it and you ain't did nothing like on the first date I
right,
already told
exactly,
you like you gotta hold yourself accountable. Like I told you
exactly.
and voiced my opinion, hey, 3 months. I'm not breaking down, that's like 3 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Stay three
So
months, and that's
so
no problem, fellas.
so let me ask y'all something.
Okay, hold up. Okay, hold on. I missed. Okay, so I'm big. I'm big. So do okay. because I'm probably like the reckless one maybe out of the group right now. So in a sense, when it comes, okay, so we still on the topic of when we should feel like we should be intimate.
Yeah,
So
the physical intimacy.
Right.
That's off rip for me. If we are not physical, like if I'm not physically nothing with you, if you touch my leg and I'm disgusted, or if you touch me in any type of way and it's not it, we ain't getting nowhere. Like that's right off. Like that's the first thing. So you can't automatically. You can have like a conversation with a person that you have never known in your life. Conversation good, okay. Conversation, you know, it's good, but then they're not the most. It's not somebody that you would typically go for. Let's say, so y'all talking about y'all got the same type of work history, blah blah blah. The moment that this other person touches you on your leg, you automatically in your brain, you're like, hell the fuck no.
Just well, right I feel like, okay, I'm gonna interrupt just a little bit. So I feel like that's where I feel like that'll be a whole other topic, because I feel like that's where it'll come in at, as if how do you turn a person down. So if you feel like you're not sexually attracted to this person or attracted to this person in a certain kind of way, then why even go forth with that person? Because in a relationship you have to have intimacy somewhere. I mean, ain't nobody just gonna be with somebody and not have sex or not feel that connection to want to have sex. So
but we're not in a relationship. I
feel like
we're not in a relationship. We're first meeting.
I feel like that's a whole other
yeah,
topic.
That's a whole that's a whole other topic. But like right now, like we're first meeting. So you sitting at the bar, right? You sitting at the bar, guy. Y'all have a perfect ass conversation. Like he telling you what he do. Like I used to do that. I couldn't stand when y'all keep all goddamn night. The moment that man physically lays a hand on you and you feel a certain type of nah, my guy, you know the physical thing with that person is not gonna happen.
Right, and that's where you should let him know, like, okay, I'm not I enjoy your company, I enjoy your conversation, this and that, but I don't feel like we can go any further than what this is, and let that be known. I feel like
I got my popcorn on.
Right, that depends. It depends on like
okay, you be
say this is your third date. He haven't tried nothing, he haven't did this and that. But on this third day, he decided to lay his hand on your leg and you felt like, okay, yeah, I don't feel like I'm going to go all the way with this person.
We ain't going to make it to the third.
I feel like you find a way to at least
I feel like, let me say this, though.
We not making it to the third, bro. The first,
if we already on 10 days.
Say the second day he don't touch you in, y'all just bobbing, having a conversation. Bro. On the third day, that's when he decides to be physical.
We not going to make it to the third. We're not going to make it. I'm going to tell you why. The first date, you link up. Okay, you link up. Y'all talking about a whole bunch of rah-rah. Okay, at this point, this is mediocre. Hi, my name is Travis. You know, y'all on that rah-rah bullshit. So that's the
fam, hold on. Let's come back. Hold on. Whoa. Come back.
No, I'm saying like there's a right time and there's not a right time at the end of the day. Like you can do 3 months. You can do 3 months with somebody who you want more from, right?
Okay.
You can do 2 weeks with somebody that you don't want nothing else from. But
so let's say
you
can 20 days be good enough to have interest, that big old word? Let's say y'all have 20 dates. Y'all been on 20 dates.
20 dates.
Everybody not going out every weekend, fam.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like 20 days. Like you got some things established at that point on 20 days.
Right.
Let's say
regardless of how you space it out. Yeah, in 20 days you should be advanced in as far as conversation and feeling and all of that. Yeah.
Okay, has anybody seen that movie 40-Year-Old Virgin? My boy Andy. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
remember that movie, right?
Right.
Oh, my boy Andy was very nervous. He didn't give a damn about that shit, right? My boy went on 20 dates.
Mm-hmm.
He could have got it in, but he chose not to do it because everybody different, right? But I
Right.
feel like 20 dates, if like I said, we are adults, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
20 dates. Let's get it in, bro. Why wait?
Okay, are you doing 20 days with one individual? Because dating, you can date multiple people. So are
Right.
you doing dating as like multiple people, or just that you're dating that
Right,
one
because
person
at that
20 times?
point you're gonna try to have to get to know each one of those
Right.
people, and
So
so
you
it's
gotta break
different.
down.
Right, it's different. So it depends on
No, me?
how you're dating.
As for me, if I know I'm trying to get this girl, I'm gonna go get that particular girl. I'm not out here chasing everybody else. If I
Okay.
say I want you, goddamn, then I'm gonna do everything
Right.
to make you trust me, to love me, everything. If it takes
Okay,
Right.
3
but that's
months,
that's
if
okay.
it takes
That's what
6
you're looking
months,
for.
I don't
Now,
give a
if
damn.
the person that you're dating is actually dating, which means that she could possibly be dating multiple men, and as you as well, when you're dating, the spectrum is open for you, so you can date multiple women at that one time. Again, dating, not saying sleep with, not saying none of that. Like that don't have to know all nothing of nothing. You're dating. You're getting to know people in a different element outside of friendship at the end of the day, because you have a friendship with 20 people, or you can be dating 20 people, different things. So you
I would
got
hope you ain't dating nobody
20
else, but
people, so you're dating 20 people, let's say. What is
well,
your
damn it,
aspect on?
let the Hunger Games begin, goddamn it.
No.
And that's
No.
too. So
What?
and that's too. Let me say, because a lot of people like I learned this too, like the dating. Cause I called it like, when I'm single and I'm trying to, like, if you're trying to, just to fill the place out, like say you single trying to, go out there and talk to different people. I said that as talking. Oh, I'm talking to this person, or I'm
Right.
talking
Right.
to this person.
Yeah.
But so like a lot of women they say dating. So I think a lot of men
Right.
get it confused when you say dating, because when it comes to dating, dating, we supposed to be dating, but I'm
Oh
hearing now
no.
like dating is like in the talking stage, you single. So it's that's where
Right.
Yeah,
that's
Yep.
where the
yeah, and
terminology
yep,
get
and you
confused
said
too.
it.
Right.
Yep, you said exactly what it is.
Right.
Like
So that's something
back
that has to be
then,
clarified.
no, back then it was real like we just talking. Like
Yeah, we
Right.
talking.
Talking.
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
I was talking to
Multiple
multiple men.
people. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, when I was dating, I was still dating multiple men. When I was in a relationship, tunnel vision. So
Well,
talking
no,
and
hold
because
on.
dating
So
is open.
dating is not open. I feel like if you're dating, well, this is just my opinion. I feel like if you're dating
Yeah,
someone,
go ahead.
then I feel like you're focused on that one person. Y'all are dating. Like I feel like, but talking to someone, I feel like it's a whole different category to where you can be talking to this person and talking to another person at the same time.
And
But
that's
dating,
what I
I
was
feel like
thinking.
it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
whole other like category. That's
But
just
I
my
feel
opinion.
like
But I
okay,
don't
like
know.
okay, there's two niggas taking me out. I'm dating both of them. I'm not in a relationship with nobody, so I'm not cheating on anyone. I'm not doing none of that. So this person's taking me out. This person's taking me out. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not in nothing.
See, so
Yeah,
that's
and,
So,
and,
why
that,
I
and
but
that's
we're
the,
feel
and,
not in
that,
the
and
talking
that's the
stage. But
terminology
we're
part, like that has to
beyond.
be talked about, because
Yeah,
like if you
right.
if you go to
but
some
but
men and say,
okay.
yeah,
So
I
at that
dated.
point, I'm not talking to them.
That's true. If you go to some man and say, yeah, I'm dating 4 guys right now, in their
Mhm.
mind, thinking, oh, you got 4 boyfriends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that has to be talked about. Not like, no, I'm single. I'm talking. So if that's how you see as talking is, well, my talking is your definition of my like dating. It's the same
Okay,
thing. You know
yes,
what I'm saying? It's just
like
different words.
yes.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Because I feel like in today's time it's really like we kind of gradually okay like talking back then and years ago talking was legit. We talk every day. You text me every day. We talk all day. That
Right.
was
That's
talking
talking.
back in
Yeah.
the day.
That's
But
talking.
today
And
people
not
are dating.
right.
People are dating
Right.
multiple people and on like they're dating Todd and Todd talks to them all goddamn day. They're both single. It's the same exact titles and the same exact
Yeah.
things that they're getting from each other and they're dating. So times have changed as to what we define as dating and what we're talking like talking is
Right.
what we
That's
would do
why I
what we did in
said
high
Yeah.
school.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I talked to so and so and so and so.
Hmm.
Right.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
That's
times
why I
have
feel like
changed.
dating is
Yeah.
more advanced than
One
talking.
on
I feel
one.
like if you're
Yeah, one
dating,
on one.
you're
Yeah.
actually taking the time to, okay, we finna go to this restaurant, we finna go here, we finna go there. I feel like it's more of a couple thing as dating than
So we
just
can't be
talking.
talking and do the same thing.
Honestly, my opinion, I feel like no. I feel like talking
okay,
is
that's what
more
I'm
is like
saying.
you don't see each other often. Y'all just okay, you're texting all day, talking on the phone, this and that. But then you have a
You-
person that's actually taking you out on dates. And
So
you're
you
going
can't
here
date
and you're
nobody that you
going
talk
there.
with. That somebody that you're talking to, you can't go out on a date because if we're going
No,
to
you
define
can,
date,
but that y'all not necessarily dating, right? If we take you out on a date one time, and then after that y'all just talking, that's just talking.
but we're not.
My opinion.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like you have
Okay.
to. I guess like on both
Fuck
parties,
that.
you have to determine what's
Nah,
talking
fuck
and what's
that.
And
dating.
what's dating, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
yeah,
That's
because I feel like dating
the terminology. Yeah.
like different spectrums for different individuals.
Right.
Because I feel like you can take me out on a date. That one date does not determine whether we're dating or
Right,
not.
and that's where I feel like you're talking.
Talking,
At that
yeah.
point, y'all are just
But
talking.
it's not going to determine that. Like, that doesn't determine it. So if you take me out on a date, does it determine that we're only talking or was it actually a date?
I mean, it's a date, but you know, like we still talk. You know what I'm saying? Like
But how was it a
It's
date?
a
Because
mixture.
all we did was chop it up. Like we chopped it up as
Well,
we
I
would.
feel like it's a date because that person actually took you out
took you on a
somewhere. So
date.
he
Yeah.
set a time. Okay, we finna go.
Maybe
We
I
finna
just
do
don't
this,
give a damn.
and we finna do that. That's a date. I'm finna take you out at 7 p.m. We finna go to this restaurant. That's a
Hold
date.
on. Let's see what Alex got to say. Hold on. What's
Okay.
Alex? What you got to say? Let's get back. Let's regroup.
Well, as far as the dating and the talking, like the definition, how you broke it down to me. As far as like dating is called this and talking is called this. Like trying to get a clarification of how people see it differently. Like you single and you talking like different people. Some people might call it we talking. Some people might call it yeah, I'm dating four,
Well,
five,
ain't
six
right.
different people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like the terminology in your point of view, like what do you think from you? Coming from you, what do you think it's called? Talking still, dating.
What's the difference? To me, I don't see a difference.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. She said, "What's the difference?"
So when
Talking,
yeah, talking and dating. You say the same thing. So when you make it official, what you call that? It just is it dating still, or like when y'all just say, "Hey, you
you're
mine,
in a
I'm yours."
relationship. I mean, don't you still go on dates in your relationship?
You do,
So you're still dating the whole time. You don't stop dating.
and that's
Okay, well that's correct. That's correct.
so it's like
You hear first, ladies and gentlemen. You still
that,
dating.
I don't know. It's like that word dating holds a lot to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
because people made it that way, but it's
yeah,
really not. Dating to
Right,
Yeah,
me,
because
right.
y'all
That's
both doing the
true.
same things in both perspectives. Like
That's
you're
true.
talking and you're dating. So
That's
like
true.
we holding weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we add more stress to things than necessary.
Then it needs to be.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Right. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. Totally agree.
Hello. God damn.
and Kivo, too, like, Brittany, let me ask you this. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this next intimacy. It's going to emotional. Now, okay, so touching back on the physical intimacy. So you saying if you touch hands with them, you know they hugging you, y'all vibing, and like, but you don't see them, you're not attracted to them. Do you think that will change if y'all see like how much stuff that you like about them? Do you think that well that unattractiveness physically? Do you think that can slowly change into like you know what I might be seeing you in a different way? That changed the way basically how a person look.
Yes. I will say that simply because, and this is for anybody, for anybody. When you deal with a person, you know for a fact that the sexual intimacy is going to come into play at some point.
Hmm.
So you got to be like, I do not want this man on top of me, or I am not
Right.
about to
And
climb
that's
on
where
top
I
of this
feel like
dude.
you should be able to
So
address that.
that's
before
why
it
I feel
comes
like
down
the
to that
sexual
point.
thing should be early. Not saying that you guys have to jump right into the physical part, because as two grown people, you know how to control when you want to legit, you know what I'm saying, go in on somebody and rock somebody's world, and then you
Right.
want to be like, hold on, I'm gonna pump my brakes. But there is no way that you are going to be able to be in a real relation of a full-blown ass relationship and not be sexually attracted to them. There's no way. Unless you you are one of a kind ass man and you are one of a kind female, and you can actually have 10 million toys and try to make it work. Because you hats off to you, because I can't. But unless you one of them, it's not gonna work. Without sexual attraction, it's not gonna work. So what are y'all gonna do? If there's no sexual anything going on, and I mean like sex, and when I say sexual, I mean like you guys legit actually have intercourse. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, we just make each other feel good, blah, blah, blah. I mean like we full blown being two grown people, we're actually having sex. So without that,
Pound town, huh?
between being in a relationship and then you guys being friends, if you're not sexually attracted to each other? Why would you want to be sexually attracted to your friend when you know mentally, sexually, as a woman, as a man, because we all have urges, you're going to think that certain type of way sexually when it comes to that person? I'm not going to have a guy best friend, which I learned the hard way. I'm not going to have a guy best friend that I'm sexually attracted to. I might be attracted to how he talks to me all day. He makes sure I'm good, every freaking aspect. But I was also sexually attracted to him. We can't be friends. We can't be friends.
That's true.
I
feel that.
That's like when you say a man have a best friend from a woman. Fuck no. Can't be best friend with a woman.
You can. Yes, you can when it's not sexual. Yeah, it's not a sexual. It's not a sexual thing.
Hell no. At the end of the day, that man gonna still be a man. Let him see his best friend with some nice ass shorts. Damn best friend.
But like you got like if you don't see that person like in that, like you don't even think about that person like in a sexual way, it don't even cross your mind, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. Like without the sexual aspect, then like yes, you can do it. But when sexual stuff comes into play, it's a no easily.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying I'm the same out here. There's some guys who have that strong willpower. Oh, hell yeah, you're just my best friend. That's cool. But if that man don't give a fuck,
it's like
he got a girl best friend.
Yeah, because there are some instances where some best friends do end up really falling in love with each other or really low key liking each other. Yeah, so you just have to be able, it's like all about self-control. Like I feel like if you know that that's your best friend and you know that you ain't trying to do whatever with her, and she gonna always be in that category, that's different. But you can't be looking at your best friend as, dang, I wish I could hit that, this and this and that. Like I don't know. I feel like you gotta be able to have that. Like, yeah, that's two different.
Oh yeah, I guess. But not all men, ladies and gentlemen, but there's some cats out here who got best friend with a woman and his best friend dated somebody. You know he plotting. Not all brothers, but if the girl keep going to her best friend, oh, John keep breaking my heart. And guess what he doing? What? That's crazy. I told you John ain't no good for you. But I love him.
But no. At the end of the day, that nigga was not my best friend. That wasn't my best friend. If he's gonna be like, oh, I told you he wasn't no good, come over here and ride the pony. No, that's not my friend. My guy friend is going to legit be there for me and educate me mentally,
right,
and tell me something completely different. Right. So he's not my friend at the end of the day if he's really only going to be like, oh, I told you he wasn't no good, come fuck with me. No, right. no.
That's what I said. Now I have some people do that.
I want to say something on this one. Like y'all don't get attracted to somebody mentally. Does that not happen for y'all?
Mentally?
Right, yeah. No, that's yeah, I feel like that's a whole other thing. Like, yeah, mentally you can be attracted to somebody because it's not about physical looks. Like somebody can be intelligent, know how to talk and all of that, and you can be attracted to that person just for that. So yeah, I mean, I feel like
I don't know. I feel like if you got a best friend and it's male and female. One of them could have feelings and the other one could not.
Right.
And
That-
I feel like that could be an issue too. Even though you think you're in the clear, this is my best friend because I don't see her that way. She could be
Right.
seeing you that way.
Right.
And
Right.
Yeah,
vice
that's
versa. And
But
I feel like that's also a problem, like to have an opposite sex friend while you're
right.
in
right.
a
So
relationship.
yeah, you show right because in that case, I feel like the emotional part, the emotional intimacy, I think that causes problems before the
Mhm.
sex.
It
Because I
does.
honestly feel like and this is how I feel about it. If I'm emotionally attracted to you, that scares the fuck out of me. I'm a fall
Mhm.
back because
Mm,
when I tell you
mm.
I could have sex with you the first 20 minutes with me if that's what I feel like doing. It's just
Mhm.
sex. Whoop you goddamn do. No one gets a trophy. Dogs do it. It's fine. But when it comes to
Oh
the
God, God
emotional shit,
damn, cuz oh shit.
no, but when it comes to the emotional shit, when I'm like, oh no, I'm emotionally attached with this person, that becomes
Mhm. That's
a
dangerous.
whole nother scenario.
But that's what I was asking that because earlier one of y'all said, I don't know if it was Brittany or Bridget. Um, y'all had said something about like he can help me, talk to me, take care of me mentally, but there's no sexual attraction. But me personally, I know that you can be physically attracted to somebody after, mentally falling for them. They start looking different too physically.
Yep, that's
And that's
true.
why
You
I
say
feel like when you're friends with somebody, at first you can think to yourself, "Oh, that's just a friend. I don't see her that way." But let her keep coming around. Let her keep being your go-to. To let her give you her shoulder. You're gonna start seeing her differently
That's
Right. Yeah. No,
down
you
the line.
have a point.
Too
That
goddamn Lil coming too. Don't
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Let that
I have
alcohol
no,
to
come in.
think.
yeah, no, that's a point because I feel like if you feel like that person is your outlet,
Hmm.
like that person is gonna always, I
Yeah.
feel like be there for you. So you feel like
It's
that's
kind of
that's
like
what you're looking
and
like.
subconsciously too. Like I feel like a lot of women have been here. They won't admit it out loud that
Mm-hmm.
you secretly have some feelings too. But you. A lot of women are so stuck on, oh no, but I can't see him like that. That's my best friend, and I don't want to mess that relationship up. But secretly, you got some feelings for that person.
Right.
You just won't admit it.
Okay,
Right.
so you know what? I've never, like me personally, I've never had that experience just simply because I'm a very emotion. I don't like to get attached because once I get attached, I'm gone.
Mhm.
Some people may think that that's more on the masculine end, but with me, because I know I'm not emotionally in a place to the point where I can allow someone else in. So I'm definitely more emotional standoffish. I can interact with anyone, we can vibe, but when it comes to like my actual my stuff, that's me. So I can honestly be like, there's a guy, conversation, cool. Conversation is perfectly fine. But I like when I think about him in a different type of way, I can't do it. I honestly can't. Like I could tell him about other guys easily. If I can tell like a person about other men and they reply back to me and don't make me lean towards them, they have a different type of mindset. It's like, if you fool with me, then we're cool. That's different. But I have yet to experience that type of thing. So when it comes to having guy friends, I'm very standoff. I stand off on that.
mm.
I stand off on that. Like I can't do it.
Which nowadays, like people like in relationship, your spouse or significant other wouldn't even allow you to have a guy best friend. And I'm guessing due to the outcomes of that, because if you do, say if you can't even discuss how you feel, if you feel sad, your spouse shut you down every time, then you go to your guy best friend and then he give you what you're looking for, he give you that feedback that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why like nowadays honestly in relationships people don't even allow you to even have that relationship with another guy or female because of the outcomes that may come with that.
because the other person may be open, and you know for a fact that you're standoffish and you're not very well at communicating, and you know someone else is.
So yeah, like you can't. I feel like you can be, or can like end up being attracted to the person that you're like your guy best friend or whoever, because you're able to vent and you're able to feel better and they're able to make you smile, and your significant other not able to do that. So yeah, you can be attracted to like a guy best friend or a female best friend due to the fact of like the feedback that they're giving you and the way they're making you feel.
So do y'all think that that's something that needs to be changed? Like, do you think that's an insecurity that needs to be worked on, or do you think that's a rightful insecurity? Like now, come on now, we're human, we're adults, we know what happens with
Right.
connections and relationships. Like, is that something you should work on with yourself? With allowing your partner to have an opposite sex friend, or is that understandable?
Right. So I feel like that is, well, nowadays that is something that will have to be worked on. I feel like because nowadays, you know, all these social media platforms and everything. So I feel like yeah, females are like a little bit more insecure of their relationship. So they feel like yeah, you're able to inbox, delete, do this and do that, and that has you feeling a whole other type of way. But I feel like that is something that should be worked on, because I feel like if you know that you have that bond and that positive relationship with the person you are with, you shouldn't feel like, oh yeah, he finna go fuck with Sarah because this and this and that. No, I feel like okay, if you know going into the relationship, if you know that him and Sarah was best friends and they continue to communicate, you shouldn't feel like he finna go on one Saturday night and go cheat with Sarah. You should be able to feel like okay, yeah, he on a, they talked about this, or she called and they talk about that. I feel like yeah, you should be able to be comfortable with that, but nowadays it's just that's just not what it is.
Right. And do you
Yeah,
do
I
you
mean, like, I think that's why I chose, like, again, from me leaving a 11-year relationship, I chose the single route. Just not because of insecurities on how I feel about how men are. Definitely not that. I just feel like I don't want any. I don't want pressure when it comes to me being me. So I don't
I feel like that's where
prefer.
like
Yeah, like I mean,
sneakiness come
I'm
into.
very
Like, I
open.
feel
Like I'm very open. I'm a very open person. I always have been, even in relationships. Like I was always the, I'm saying, the girl who would sit on side of the bed while you sitting here telling me ain't nothing wrong with you, but I can feel your energy and I can goddamn me, I know something's wrong with you. I was that girl who sat on side of that bed and did all that. And I learned I learned it just be associating, and these weren't even guy friends. I was around males often enough to the point where I'm just like, oh, that's what y'all think, that's how y'all feel, that's blah blah blah. So then, like, I was like, oh, okay, that's more. But me personally, right now in my life, as a woman with 3 children and doing whatever, I feel like the single route is definitely best for me, and I wouldn't want to have a guy best friend, because, and the thing is, and that's going to be an issue that comes along when it comes to me dating. Well, I would say dating, so I don't talk to dudes because I don't do all that. But it's just more of like people can kind of come into scenarios like Captain Save a Hoe. You know what I mean? Like, oh Lord, she got 3 kids. Let me order. Can I get 3 Happy Meals?
I say this: if I was dating a woman and she got a guy best friend, it got to be boundaries. I'm saying like this: if I love my girl and she love me, I trust her. Look here, okay, you got this guy best friend. All right, cool, but I don't want no late night calls from this guy best friend. No late
Right.
night.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
true.
sure.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, it has
that's
it gotta be,
absolutely
it
that's
most
absolutely
definitely gotta
true.
be a
That there is
respect factor.
boundaries to it. So I feel like
If we
if a
going out, we
guy,
going out together. If y'all want to go to brunch, cool. Y'all go to brunch.
right.
If y'all want to keep doing had these activities and shit, guess what? I'm popping up there too.
No, right. That's boundaries. That's totally understandable. I feel like if like I said, if you going into a relationship, if you know that they have a guy best friend, or
Okay.
or like a
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Yes. Okay. CJ had a.
No, I just had a question. No, you can go ahead and finish, Nina. But I got a question.
right. So I was just saying, like, just going into a relationship, if you know that that person does have a guy best friend or girl best friend, that you as the significant other should be able to know this guy best friend. Y'all meet, y'all, y'all
And
actually
that,
know
yeah,
about
that
each other. So I feel like, if he do end up calling her phone, or if she end up calling the guy's phone, I feel like, okay, she asks, okay, how's so and so doing? And y'all conversation not about linking up, having sex, this and this and that. It could be about goals. It could be about something. So I just feel like it's like communication, and it is boundaries. I feel like if you have that understanding with your significant other, then it shouldn't be no insecurities about that. But like I said, nowadays it's kind of hard to kind of fall into that category of trusting your significant other.
so let me ask you this. So okay, so at the end of the day, like say like you have an opposite sex friend, it basically like you're saying it's mandatory to basically for your partner and your opposite sex friend to meet up, right? Like y'all
Right.
wouldn't just have it shouldn't be no nah well they can't meet you up there or they like it shouldn't be no turmoil, right? Like it shouldn't be none of that, no they don't want to meet you and like I feel like when that come into play it's like hold on, nah they don't want to I want to meet your opposite sex friend. If they don't want to meet me, why they don't want to meet me? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like that looks
Okay, but when it goes into that type of stuff, there are people who legit have sex with their best friends' fucking boyfriends, who they have met every single day, or that was just a homie. Those type of situations that come often, not because you were insecure, because apparently you trusted your best friend or whoever to be around anybody that you're involved with. So at the end of the day, it boils down to like, can you actually trust an individual to do those types of things? So you have to first off, you again before you get in a relationship, which is exactly I'm single because I don't want to think anything extra outside of nothing. But it's more, or do you want to question why do they have to meet privately? Why do they have to meet alone? Why do they have to meet at this specific type of place at this specific type of time?
Right.
Why, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, y'all were best friends before. Yes. So
My girl
why
tell
do
me,
it have to be? Oh, we can only talk via text, or we can blah blah blah. Like why? And I'm not saying this because you're insecure, but it's like what's the reason? Because if I'm gonna be in a relationship and I got a guy best friend, my man is riding. You want to go to
Right. So
brunch?
that's where it comes
There's
right.
down.
Yeah,
nothing
it
wrong with
shouldn't be
that.
no
You
one
know
on
what
one
I'm
After
saying?
you
meeting. Yeah,
can't
yeah,
have a
yeah.
conversation with your significant other, if you feel like you cannot have a conversation with your significant other, but you feel like you can have that same conversation with your best friend, then yeah, that's an issue.
Right.
I feel like whatever you finna discuss with your best friend, you should be able to been discuss with me already, or it's just something open that we all can discuss together. Like so, it's like
Because like there's nothing
that's why it's kinda
outside.
hard,
Like there's
right?
like I don't see why you should be like if I'm in a relationship and he got a female best friend, you gonna ask for a guy's point of view. I want to understand. I want to understand me being his woman. What do you need help on, baby? I can probably help you as well. Like
Right. So
because
that's why I'm
we're a
saying
team.
that's where it
We're a
should be.
team.
Right.
So there's no need for you to be like, yeah, he keep coming home at 3 a.m. You don't need to be talking to my nigga about that because he's in the bed. Or you know what I'm saying, like that. So I want to have an understanding as to why she would want to meet you.
Back to Derek, to you saying boundaries. Yeah, there needs to be boundaries because you're not about to be calling my man at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever.
Exactly.
Like I said, if there's something you need to discuss, you can call during the day. Like I said, we can discuss it together. Or he should be able to be openly tell me what y'all talked about or tell me what you called him about or something like that. But yeah, no, other than that, yeah, there does need to be boundaries when it comes to opposite sex friendships.
like I said, I want to meet your guy best friend. He gonna get my number. Whoop do whoop. Let's say the guy, he been knowing my girl for 20 plus years. Cool, I'm not gonna stop the shit, but like I said before, boundaries. Like you
Yeah,
not finna
there
come to
should
my
be no
girl.
reason you don't know him.
You know what I'm saying? I want to meet, like they said, I want to meet this brother head on. What's up, bro? This is my woman, right? You got your own girl. I understand that. Keep it at a best friend level. You feel me? Like I said, bro, boundaries. But for me, I won't like that shit too much, but I'll flow with it. If I can hit on little midnight texts and that chit chat, then I'm gonna have to go off on good buddy. Cause but why you keep calling my girl at 12 o'clock, bro? Nothing going on right now, bro. We trying to sleep. Why you keep calling my
Right.
girl?
But then again, that friend should have respect of your relationship. So
But
if that
that's
friend
a
don't
boundary
have,
that your
respect
spouse
of
did not
your-
set.
right. If
That's
your
a boundary
friend
that the
don't have
opposite sex did not set.
respect of your relationship, then there's something else. So like there's like multiple conversations that would need to be, brought up due to the fact that there's no respect of your current relationship. So
I
regardless
get mad at
of
my
whether
girl.
that's you
Don't
need
check
to
his ass.
and
If he
go
keep
or
calling,
you
don't
need
check
a
him.
voice to
We
that
got a
friend.
problem. That's how I feel about that shit. If he keep calling every night at 12 o'clock, you're not checking him. Tell me, oh, well, don't worry about it, babe. No, check his ass before I'm gonna get up and go to his crib and I'm gonna smack him, bro.
Yeah, and
Check
I
him.
feel like too. Another thing is opposite sex friends. At the end of the day, like for some people, it's probably hard for them to like say if I get in a relationship, my homeboy, he already gonna know, all right, bro, I ain't gonna call you, 11, 12 o'clock at night. But you know what I'm saying? My homegirl, like, she still gonna feel like, okay, well, it's still me for me to call him 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like, I feel like I wanna understand why is that so hard for the opposite sex friend to, to accept that things are gonna be different. But like your
Right.
same sex friends, they okay, yeah, bro, I understand you ain't gonna go out no more, you ain't gonna stay out late all night, that's cool. But like I said, the opposite sex friend, they need to also have that. Look, it's
Okay,
especially on
but
parents.
oh wait, no. I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question. How can you consider that person who cannot respect your relationship your friend?
That's true, and that's what that conversation we had about. Like, hey, look,
Like, there is absolutely no way that I can call somebody my friend when they know I'm in a relationship. Because if they're my friend, then I'm pretty sure I done told them that I'm dead ass serious about this woman or I'm dead ass serious about this dude. And if they're not respecting me,
right?
how can I actually consider them as my friend?
If they don't want to listen, you getting cut off, bro.
But, I mean, like, because hold on.
What, you good, fam? Oh, we got an intermission. Hold on. But yeah, like I said, bro, forget all that, bro. Like, man, if I got she got God best friend, bro. Like I said, boundaries, ladies and gentlemen. Fellas, you out there listening? You know you dealing with a chick who in a relationship. Fellas, don't talk to him, bro. Respect the hours. So from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's protection hours. 8 o'clock and later, no go. It gotta be between in the afternoon hours, not before. Sorry, bro. You
So
gotta respect it.
basically,
Like,
yeah, when the street lights come on, that's it.
hey, like we said about Big Mama, when the street light come on, you get your ass in the house and your day is done. It's friend hours. When the street light come on, you can't call my girl no more. Don't text my girl no more. If it ain't life threatening to call my girl at 12 o'clock or 10, 11 o'clock, if it ain't life threatening, don't call her, don't text her. Big fella. If I see my girl phone and you, hey girl, where you at? I miss you. Bitch! Oh, game
Yeah,
time.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. That means he don't have respect for your relationship. So that's a whole other thing. But I feel like, if the guy best friend or the girl best friend did need to hit you up for whatever reason, like that should not be hid. I feel like that's something that should be voiced. Oh yeah, so had to, she hit me up saying, this was going on. I feel like that's something that you should be able to discuss with the person that you're in a relationship with. Nothing should have to be hid, if that's your guy best friend or girl best friend or whatever. So
Facts. I wouldn't prove with that shit too much, but if my girl, she really know that nigga for years, then I just deal with it. But like I said, boundaries, ladies and gentlemen. And you out there, fellas, you live, like I said, you out there, leave them girls alone, man. Respect your own relationships.
because y'all feel like y'all could be in a friendship way longer than what you in a relationship with this person. So yeah, y'all friendship don't necessarily have to end because you get in a relationship with somebody. Y'all should still be able to keep that friendship, but it should stay as a friendship. It shouldn't be no, crossing certain boundaries and all of that. Y'all should just be able to continue that friendship.
But if our guy best friend was cool, then we can start hanging out together. We can go out to drinks. We can go to a little Hooters
Wait,
or a nice little bar. We're gonna be chopping up, and he might tell me some, hey, baby, hey, my best friend, bro, she love you, dog. Then all right, cool. Then I'm gonna spec a little more. And you talking about, yeah, man, she got a tattoo on her lower back, right? How the fuck you know about? All right, that's a bit.
facts.
Things you could talk about. Don't talk about my girl
Right,
tattoo.
that's what I'm saying. Friendship is a whole other thing. Friendship is in a whole other category than a relationship. Friendship is certain shit you should know and certain shit you should know. So, and if it's shit that the friendship know that, like then that was
This shit
never
happen.
a friendship. That was more in, more than that.
Man, and
So
I'm glad you say that. Man, stuff you should know and stuff you shouldn't know because the next one is intellectual intimacy. Intellectual intimacy. So intellectual intimacy is the simplest form. Intellectual intimacy is having a healthy curiosity and learning from each other. Healthy intellectual intimacy is characterized by feeling safe to discuss various topics and share your views and perspectives while being open to different perspectives. Mutual respect allows you to connect and discuss topics beyond your usual day to day rapport, even when your opinions differ. You can practice intellectual intimacy by watching a cerebral film together, reading poetry, or venturing to art museums. Intellectual intimacy doesn't have to be complex or deeply political. It's about observing your differences and finding different ways to connect.
Ooh.
Damn. Right?
Intellectual intimacy.
Okay, I think like with that one, with it, that's very strong. Like
Uh,
I feel like
Well, hold on. Let's add
sexual,
the first on this one, Cuzzo.
yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
like sexual is weak. The intellectual, that's a whole that's very powerful. That is powerful.
So that's kind of
So
like based on what you were saying, like to that emotional part. Like when it gets to emotional, like that's why you just like, hey, hold on, before it gets to like this emotional point.
yeah, because that's when you kind of like you connect on a level where you kind of feel like no one else understands. Like you can do the physical. Everybody want to be touched at some point in some type of
right.
way.
So I feel
You
like
come,
honestly, I feel like that will come before physical
yeah,
touch
the
because you need to
intellectual.
have
Because like
yeah.
you I feel like you don't touch anybody well unless you just
Because
you know
also
what I'm
you can
talking
have
about.
sex with whoever all day, every day.
Right,
That
but
doesn't
the
necessarily
intellectual
mean
part
that you're
is a different
connected to
ballgame.
that person, right? I feel like you should be able to have a conversation and connect on a mentally level.
Because I
Then,
think that
like,
that's a very common love language for most. Just being able to connect with me on levels that you kind of feel like no one else will understand you on.
right,
That's what make you kind of fall for people harder
right.
than knowing that they can touch you and actually be physical with you. So once you get in somebody's head, that's when the games begin.
Let me ask you that, Cuzzo. How can a man connect to a woman, in your opinion? What a
She
man
has to
got to.
allow you. There's no map.
Mm.
What, say it again?
She has to allow you. There's no way because look,
Because it takes two.
yeah, it takes
So
like she has to allow you to do that. So she already know right off you paying her bills. She ain't fucking worried about that shit because that's not what she want right now in her life. But you may be trying to connect to her. So you paying her light bill is doing absolutely nothing. She has to allow you to do what she is looking for you to win.
So basically, in today's world, dating a woman is hard as hell.
No,
no, not necessarily.
you know what you that there's if you may have like a certain type that you're going for, and sometimes what you're going for is not necessarily what you need. You may be going towards something or somebody that you want to take care of, but the person who is actually meant for you don't need you to take care of her. She wants you on a whole nother level. She wants you to match her mental before you can match whatever you're providing.
Yeah, hold on, Brittany. Hold on, quick. What you got, CJ, to add on this,
And
bro?
that's one thing too. I want to piggyback on what Brittany said. Like, man, I just wish the guy just offer more than just finances. Right now, we have to elevate and get to the mental and the emotional part too, because a lot of guys are thinking, "Oh, I got this. I can pay for this. That's it." You know, like if those the kind of women you want to attract, then that's what it's gonna be. But it's like you
That's
trying to
all you
find.
gonna get, right?
But when you trying to get on a deeper level, like you have to stimulate that mind. And we know once you stimulate that mind, it's like we gotta stop being just be known for money. Like it's more to that. Like it's way more to the woman's mind, to the way the world operate and works. Like it's not just just all physical out here.
Facts. She need a man with
And that's what I'm saying too. Like I feel like if a lot of guys, a lot of men was connecting mentally and emotionally to a woman, that it would be hard for them to hop to relationship to relationship. For the simple fact that it's work. It's work, and it's like you actually have to be in it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I'm sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm
Uh, but to answer your question, Derek, I feel like the best way you can connect with a woman is to connect with yourself. You gotta get to know you. I feel like when a man knows himself, he's gonna naturally connect with a woman because he's not gonna be afraid of his feminine side. The
Right. Oh,
side the parts of
oh,
him that need to connect with the woman. He'll know how to connect with himself in that way. So he's naturally going to be able to see, feel, know, and connect, and will know the roadmap to that woman's heart. I feel like that'll just happen naturally. But a lot of men are not taught that from childhood to respect themselves and to know themselves. They're not taught that like women are. So they skip over all that and just go. They only know physical, which is also
right.
money,
Yeah,
which is
Physical and financial.
yeah,
yeah.
Those are the only
that
things they
that's
know.
that's true.
yeah.
So I
Good
feel like just
example.
get to know yourself, and that you did have most of the work already.
Right. Yeah, she answered it like legit in the perfect way. Like that's honestly the only way that you can go about it. Like you can honestly go back because I'm gonna this is just a prime example. There's somebody who can legit be like, oh, what your kids like to eat? I can say McDonald's, and they legit finna cash at me money, which comes to a topic that you guys had touched bases on I believe the
saying?
last episode. Um, on do you feel like what I'm saying men would need money to be able to do this to get the woman that they want. I don't You don't want a woman who requires you financially.
Right.
Like that's not what you really want. Like no one wants that. No one wants to be dependent on wholeheartedly financially. That's a
Money.
whole nother stress level. So you can sit here and cash out me $30 to get my kids McDonald's. But the way that you talk to me and the way that you approach me as a man, I'm not even interested in because I think we kind of twisted up the masculine and the feminine type of way, which I'm so glad she said that because once you understand your emotions and you actually do have them outside of anger and frustration and trying to figure stuff out, because men are not alone. And I feel like a lot of men go through this world feeling like they're alone, and you are not because we go through the same things you do. We just go through them in a different body. We go through the same thing you guys do. So I really like the fact that she said that. So once you kind of understand that you do have emotions and you're not afraid to express them, that's when the door is going to completely open. It's going to completely open for you because you're going to meet somebody who's actually open to you. No, that's the biggest turn on in
Mhm.
what is a that half the time I feel like that's why females be so close with each other or people
Yeah.
become close with each other simply because of that emotional standpoint. So once you understand that you actually do have emotions and you have a soft side and you're not weak for having one because you're an individual, everything gonna fall into place after that.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. It's over for me. But I feel you though, fellas out there.
Ah, boy, we young, we young,
Don't side in, fellas. Don't be scared.
we're
Like
young.
And
y'all
it's
make
like
a
and it's
way.
like and it's like too though, like on an emotional standpoint, like man, like I want to tell like all the fellas out here, like man, like Brittany said, we all human. We all human. We go through life. It's stressful. It's sad. Like all life, the frustration, the anger, like we got to show different emotion. You know what I'm saying? As men, we have to show our women that we're vulnerable to them so they can be vulnerable to us.
Right. Right.
Just make sure you don't have no big old snot bubble, the big old snot bubbles coming out. But I feel you know. Whatever. But if I
But
really
yeah,
love this
yeah,
girl,
I definitely feel like once we are in tune with ourselves emotionally, a lot of things actually do change. So people think that when people say self-care, and it's mainly like a term that men think, like, for, you know what I'm saying, for women or whatever the case may be. When we say self-care, people kind of think, oh, get your nails done, get this done, and you know what I'm saying, like, tweak your physical. That's not what self-care actually is. It's honestly you
Get
having
your
a moment
mental
to
right.
yourself, having a moment to yourself.
nails done too, fellas. Your toes done. Get your feet done, fellas. Don't be shaming that. It make your skin very smooth. So skincare is good for guys too. And fellas, don't be like, I don't use them with soap. Man, you don't get them damn lotion, start scrubbing your feet with that little scrubber. Stop playing. And massage your damn feet.
Everybody needs self care. Everybody.
Yeah, fellas, don't massage thing on your feet, huh? Or make a little bubbles, bruh. If you got a woman who will do that, hey, back, you bring me a little pina colada. You got your feet bubbling. Shit, boy. Bubble your feet. Come on, scrub my feet. Come on, man. Come on, fellas. Go to them damn nail shops, whatever. Fellas, ooh, check this out. You can find you a good woman in them nail shops too, fellas. I ain't bullshit. You get your feet done, go up there. You gonna see a nice, beautiful woman up there. You never know. I'm just saying, fellas. Get your feet nails on.
All right,
I'm
so
just
we
saying.
we cover we covered physical, emotional, and intelligent intimacy. Now we go into spiritual intimacy. So it
Before we get
says
there, bro.
spiritual intimacy. So it says spiritual intimacy has many meanings because spiritual is equality, what's that word?
That's a big word, dog. Shit.
Unequally personal. Generally speaking, spiritual intimacy is a degree to which you and your partner share your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and experiences about religion, spirituality, moral values, life after death, and other related issues. Spirituality isn't always about religion. Although religious beliefs and practice can be part of one's spirituality, spirituality is a broader concept that encompasses your connection to something larger than yourself and search for the meaning in life. A healthy degree of spiritual intimacy can enhance communication and feelings of connection. If you're unfamiliar with spiritual intimacy or uncomfortable opening up about your personal beliefs, you and your partner can watch a documentary about spirituality and a special religion and discuss what you found relatable. Work up on a more complex conversation over time. The goal isn't to agree entirely, but to have a healthy awareness of your partner's belief and to feel safe expressing your own. Okay, so on that, I feel like mm, that's probably out of all of them, physical, emotional, intellectual, like spiritual intimacy. In my opinion, I think that should take longer
Right.
to you know what I'm saying, to open up and be intimate about, because that's some deep stuff, like the beliefs and values and life after death, and that
I
has a
feel
big
like that
toll
can
in
also be a
relationship.
deal breaker. That's one of the main ones that can be a deal breaker. Like, you can work with people on their mental, but when it comes to like spiritual and what they believe, I feel like that's something that you really can't just necessarily shake. Um, when it comes to, I think, like, on the religion, at me personally, as a religion aspect of it, because I can't say I believe in this or this or this. I just don't speak on it. But excuse me, it's more of, we all have the goal of believing in someone to assist us with our daily tasks, no matter what it is. You can just honestly believe in animals. and you feel like your animal is gonna guide you wherever you're supposed to be. That's what you believe in every single day. But at the end of the day, you want to be better for yourself as a person and on your aspect. So when it comes to like spiritual, you can do the whole godly thing, or you can be more within and follow yourself. Because there are also people who can be like, I am God. I am superior. I am like I. Like you stand for self and you are your God, which people believe in that. So
That's it.
no one should feel like whenever they're leading themselves and not allowing, whether it's a book or a stone that somebody said had words on it or whatever the case may be, you can't knock it. You can't knock it because we all want to find something to help us in this world. If you go into anything blind, some people panic. A lot of people panic when they're going into things blind. If you were to build a house and you didn't know how wide the house was supposed to be, how many rooms it was supposed to be, or how nothing of nothing, you're going to go in there and you be like, you're going to be puzzled. Some people don't like the feeling of being puzzled. So that's why a lot of people believe in some of the things that they believe in. Whether it's Christianity, whether it's, you don't believe in nothing, like it doesn't matter. You kind of want to go with the flow of what your inside knows. So if your inside you think knows Christianity, that's where you're going to go to. If your insides tell you to don't believe in anything, that's where you're going to go to. So if you don't believe in yourself, how can you believe in anything else? Because what you're believing in, 9 times out of 10, you feel is guiding you and telling you what you need to do.
Manifestation.
But like that person or whatever you believe in, you say designed you, correct? So if you want to say God wouldn't like this, he wouldn't like this, he wouldn't like that. He made you. He created you to have your own voice, to have your own opinion. What you do with those tools is on you.
Exactly.
So you can believe, I don't believe in anything. I just believe in the devil type of thing. He told me that I don't need to harm anybody, but I'm going to do this. He can go about that way because you feel like that's who created you. So why would they steer you wrong? So no one's going to want to question anything that they believe in. So if I'm dating someone who believes that God did everything for us, that he created us and blah, 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 I couldn't see myself questioning the person that I'm with. You see what I'm saying? Because he designed me, right? Like he designed me with everything that I need to know. He equipped me for all of these things. So why would I question it? Then but you question your steps of what you should do as far as spirituality and faith and all that. You question that, but yet you don't question your higher power. So if you go about those types of things, it's definitely going to be difficult when you feel like, yeah, I do understand what your God believes in, but I feel like we were created in this type of way to have our own individuality and do this and do that and do this and do that. It's always going to go back and forth. It's always going to go back and forth. Even friendships, relationships, whatever the case may be, it's going to definitely be hard to connect with somebody who doesn't understand that they are also an individual outside of religion and spirituality.
Yeah, and everybody has their own, life at the end of the day. Like everybody don't go through life the same.
Right. But like,
So
you can't knock anybody. Yeah, like you can't knock anybody for someone who actually believes, but because again, what they believe in may be the only guidance that they have. Like, what if there's somebody out there who didn't grow up with guidance from parents and they just kind of, in a sense, got it out the mud and they just kind of lean towards a religion that kind of suited them or led to going on the spiritual journey of just, I'm going to follow my intuition, you can't knock them for that, because again, everyone at the end of the day kind of seeks guidance. So if you don't get it from, I guess, a spiritual point of view, or a a biblical, like I said, whether it's church or whatever the case may be, if you don't get it from there, you're going to look for it from somebody else, because everybody at the end of the day, I feel like they want guidance in some type of way.
That's true. And like you were saying too, Kinfo, like it's hard for somebody who's a heavy believer, and trying to build on somebody who doesn't have a belief in what you believe
Mhm.
in, because y'all gonna spend most time like kind of arguing about that, and that's something that's not gonna be fixed,
Exactly.
because it's like you're gonna be, I'm going to church on Sunday, he or she don't want to go with me. It's gonna, like, over time it's gonna be like, it's gonna weigh you down.
And that also comes to where, when communication is done properly, 9 times out of 10, you guys agree on the same types of things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing about it. Like, there's so many different religions and so many different beliefs. And the thing is, it be the same beliefs, just worded differently and
Exactly.
put in different ways. So we're arguing for absolutely nothing. So yeah, like if you guys like don't have that conversation as to, oh, I don't believe we should do this and this and this and this. Oh, well, yeah, I don't believe we should either, but we still gonna have to say this and this and this. At the end of the day, the whole point was we both believe we don't need to do this and this and this. We don't need no buts, ands, ifs, nothing. We both came to that point, to the point where both of what we believe, whether it's spiritual, you know what I'm saying, like, so you following yourself and you follow your intuition and and your insides, you go by your gut at all times. Again, it's gonna boil down to what people feel like their religion is making them do. Nothing makes you do anything. You're an individual, and you're gonna do it just because of how you were designed.
Right. Gotta get control of your own body.
Your own, yeah. You definitely got your own self, and on that. It's like you can't force nothing on anybody when it comes to self awareness. You can't push self awareness on somebody who is not one with themselves. You can
Right.
say you're a Christian, and you up all night long battling yourself because you don't even believe in what you being, you know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there, but you battling yourself every day on what you feel like your belief should be, because you're not following yourself in a sense. So you can't knock either one, because you have to be one with yourself before you can be one with any religion, whether it's spiritual or whatever.
One, align those chakras. Meditate.
I mean, I'm telling you, do what you do. Do what you do
Meditate.
to be to be you. Be you. To be you.
Yeah, they're all about to have a healthy awareness. Yeah. All right. Name, you got anything to add on that?
Yeah,
What's
no, I
your
kind of agree with basically piggybacking on both of y'all. Honestly, I mean, I feel like you got to know who you are as a person before you can honestly try to do anything. I mean, you got to understand yourself at the end of the day.
right? Cool. That's it. Ain't that
And you can't
anybody?
fix somebody else when you don't even have yourself fixed. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Don't look.
Like
Basically,
I,
don't.
I,
Yeah.
I couldn't say that I read the Bible. Like, I couldn't say that again. Like, okay, I'm gonna use like the Bible as what a lot of people try to kind of use. You, and again, that's why a lot of people get married and things like that, because it's simply what they were taught, not even understanding the concepts of anything. But I can't sit there and honestly be like, oh, I'm going to do this and be this specific type of way. But when it comes to this and this and this, my God does not allow. You can't do that. Like, there's no way around it. You can't pick and choose what you want to take from it and what you want to use and blah blah blah. As again, I guess these days, I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, back then it was mainly a lot of people got married because somebody got somebody pregnant, or somebody legit just kind of felt like, oh, I can't have sex until I'm actually married to this person. They don't even know who they marrying. They just be like, oh, I'm just gonna get married just because I want a goddamn hunch or whatever. People did that. People still do it. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. So you can't sit there and be like, oh, I want to be married because I want to live a certain type of lifestyle, but
Yeah,
my husband can't tell me what to do. When you anything that you have read or you put in your mind was like, okay, he's supposed to lead and you do this, and because that's the main thing that people always tried to point out. He leads, she follows, but you pick out when you want to. When he pick out when he want to lead, you choose when you want to follow. What are we doing as people? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
And then I feel like you should be able to connect with your significant other on that level. I feel like you shouldn't be marrying nobody, or if you know trying to go by the Bible and you're not gonna have sex with this person until y'all get married. But you can't try to piggyback the Bible if you know you had sex with this person and she's pregnant. Now you're marrying her. That's not how you're still not
So
doing
you
it the
picking
right
and
way.
choosing
So
when religion comes
I
to
feel
place.
like I just feel like you got to be on the same page with that. Like,
That's true.
I mean, and then you should be able to be yourself with who you're marrying as well. You shouldn't be marrying this person because, oh, y'all had sex and all of a sudden this person is pregnant or whatever. I mean, you should be able to be yourself with with whoever you're with. I mean, you shouldn't have to hide who you are.
Say that part again. I don't think they heard you. Ladies and gentlemen, are y'all listening to this shit? Say that part again, cuz they ain't
Like,
heard you.
yeah, you should be able to be who you are with
Mm.
the person you are with. Like, I feel like going into a relationship, you shouldn't have to change who you are, and the other person shouldn't have to change who they are. You should be able to be accepted for who you are. I mean, that's hard trying to change who you are to make somebody happy. You should be able to be happy with who I am.
But then spiritually, and whether, like, well, again, if you just kind of go by, you know what, my fathers and my mothers and they're guiding me to do this, and or you can legit go in church and make sure that you praise him, do whatever.
Right.
You still have to understand that the person that you're praising is the same person that you're saying made you who you are. So why are you fighting against somebody that you're praising?
Right. And then, so honestly, I mean, some people might not even go that far. I mean, some relationships might end right then and there when two people don't agree on who they gonna believe in and what spirituality they gonna believe in and things like that. I mean, it might end right there. But if you're gonna go forward with this person knowing that you guys believe in two different things, I mean, that's an understanding. And I feel like, it shouldn't be an issue. I feel like if you know that I believe in this and you believe in that, I mean, we're just going to go about it that way.
Right.
But that shouldn't change our relationship. We both know that we have different beliefs. So if we took the time to go this far and continue to go forward, then there should be no issue in what I believe and what you believe.
Right. Because we're two people. Like, we're two people, and you feel like
I'm
you're
not going to
designed
be
for
the
one
same
thing.
as you. We're everybody is different. So you're either going to accept me for who I am, or you're going to move on to the next and try to find that person who you just think that you're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll be damned.
That's all,
I'll
chief.
be a monkey. So
You was holding that one
basically
in.
what you
What?
So you was holding that one in.
No. I just like it. Just be like so many things that you pay attention to. Because, like, I feel like everybody's supposed to be themselves. Like, no matter what topic you choose or whatever the case, it's like, be yourself. Like, just be you. Like I'm like, I don't care if you feel like you believe that you came from a frog. Well, you know what? Hop as hard as you can. Believe what you believe. Like, just do you. Just do you, man.
And that's the thing too. Like a whole lot of people, they try to change others to persuade them to think. You got to think like me. You know what I'm saying? When all of us,
Right, right.
we created different. You know what I'm saying? And we all have a different path. So like, you don't have to force what you believe on me because I believe this. Either we gonna have all day going back and forth, or we just gonna say, hey, your truth is your truth, my truth, my truth.
For
Exactly.
real.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And if you actually, and if both parties are actually able to communicate properly, y'all are gonna find out y'all made the same exact point, just use different words.
Yeah.
That's probably how that's gonna
Because
end.
at the end of the day, y'all gonna be able to meet at some point, and that shouldn't
Because
be involving down in your significant other or whatever. Y'all gonna be able to meet and understand at some point, but still at the end of the day, be able to have that different understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you gotta have that sex, ladies and gentlemen. Real talk.
All right, and
That's
on this
definitely one of those. What was the next one?
this is the last one. This is social intimacy. You want to read that, Britt? You got to pull it
I
up.
can.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can. Social intimacy is the degree to which you and your partner share each other's interests and spend time together as a couple. What kinds of things do you do together? Do you share quality time having fun? Now, this doesn't mean everything together or always doing your own thing. Social intimacy is about spending time together, fun things balanced with individual time, which you both need. When it comes to togetherness, more isn't always better and less isn't always more. One great way to build social intimacy is to try some new things together. Cooking classes, learning how to dance salsa, trying a new restaurant, or taking a new yoga class together. When you come together on the same playing field with no previous experience, you're able to be vulnerable and experience the awkwardness of something new.
Okay. And I want to touch on that. Go ahead first. Being in a relationship, I always thought that time and quality time was the same thing, and that I had to get a better understanding because you have to separate two. Quality time and time are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. They are.
But like I said, my one track mind way of thinking, I was thinking, okay, we watching a movie, that's quality time and time. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? That's okay, we spending time together. But let's pick each other brain and stuff and let's, like I said, do quality things together.
Right. Yep, exactly. Which a lot of people really don't. And hats off to you for even kind of even looking at it in that type of way, because a lot of people don't. And this not even just men, it's not just women. This is just like on both parties. Is we can sit here and be in the same room together with the same thing on the TV and not be connected to each other in any way, form, or fashion. We
Right.
so apart that it don't make no sense, to the point where by the time we get to bed, now we got 10 million questions to ask. They be like, so why you didn't win with what? We had all the time that we earlier, we could have had this type of conversation. We could have went over so many things, but we were just so caught up in other things because we didn't take time for each other, like our quality time, that we don't know nothing at this point. It was just hours. So it was like you can either take your quality hours, quality minutes, or you can just legit go by minutes and hours. And
Right.
that's it. So for you to even establish that there is a difference in that, definitely hats off to you on that, because there are so many people who legit feel like sitting in the living room with somebody is. Bro, I spent time with you yesterday, bro. We was in the living room for 4 hours, and they really think that that was legit it. But in them 4 hours, did you ask me a question? Did you ask me how my day went, or did you pay attention to the movie that we
Right.
put on?
And
Like, did you
nowadays,
anything?
people are so caught up in their phone. social media, their phones, everything. People just now just so caught up in that. So yeah, you could be sitting, you could say, okay, yeah, we're gonna watch this movie, but one of you two are on your phone half of the movie.
Or falling
Right.
asleep
Or
on it.
not even trying to vibe or even watch the movie with each other. So that's not
It's
that's
not
not
time.
time. That's not
Nothing.
quality time or time. I mean, you're not even focused on the right thing. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's
And like I
mm-mm.
said, I thought that way. Like before I met Alex, Alex, she told me just, she broke it down to. 'Cause I didn't even know. I had no knowledge about it. Like I said, I'm thinking, we just watching a movie, not speaking. That's time and quality time in one. But she had to
Mhm.
Right.
break it down to me like this is quality time at this time. So me, I'm like, oh, she's like, my bad. I'm glad you voiced it because and then a lot of people too like they don't want to. Well, he not gonna change or she not gonna change. I'm not gonna voice it. But you got to. You want that relationship to work. You got to be like, this is time. This is quality time.
Like, how would I know? I can't read your mind if you're not telling me. I'm not a mind reader. Let me know what the hell you need and what you want, so I can become better as a better man. We make our relationship stronger and healthier. Like, ladies and gentlemen, communication. All day we've been saying it. Communication. Speak up, fellas. Damn. Women, you do too. Speak up, goddammit. But I feel you, bro.
And
That's
and
real
this
shit,
and this
though.
too what we talked about earlier too on the aspect is dating. Like you can do, and this why I have like trouble on too. Like trying to figure out dates to put together that's free. You know what I'm saying? Like just like arts and crafts and stuff, and like that's my weak point. I can truly say because I'm just used to dates like to going to places and like doing activities or going out to eat. But it's like I
Right.
know that's my weak. I'm my weak point of trying to figure out stuff to do for date night.
Right.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of activities out here to do, but it's like, damn, how can you
Because I
pick and
kind of
choose?
feel like going out to eat, that's not necessary. That's time, but then that's not quality time. I feel like because
Mhm.
there's other people in your surroundings and everything else. So I feel like quality
That
time is more
one-on-one.
of like a one-on-one type thing. And that's just okay, is there anything that you feel I may not be doing right or anything you want to talk about? Just giving the person the floor to be able to voice how they're feeling before that person just explode inside or whatever the case may be. So I feel like that's more quality time than going out to eat and going to the movies and things like that.
And I'm glad you said that too, Nana,
Because
because you
quality time, you
said,
don't necessarily have to get in the car and go somewhere for quality time. We can just simply, okay, put our phones down, go to the room, take the time out to get a breather, and just actually like check on each other and make sure we both
Emotionally.
okay. Is
Yeah.
there anything that you may be going through that you may feel like you can't talk to me, but try to get it out now? Or is there something that I did or need to change or something? Just like I said, just give each other the floor to be able to voice what's going on inside.
But that's gonna be hard when the other party is not very well on communicating or in tune with their own emotions.
Yeah.
So for all they know, they feel like it's them against the world. So you telling them, "Hey, let's have one-on-one time and let's express ourselves." They can be like, "I ain't got shit to say. You can't help me. You can't." When you have that mentality of it's me against the world, it's hard to break. Because
Right.
then,
But
then,
that's
then
when
then it's gonna lead to an argument, and you
that's
be like,
when
"Man, I
you check
told you
on
wasn't nothing
your
wrong."
let,
relationship.
And
let me
That's
ask-
when
let me
your relationship.
But then again, though, but hold on, though. Go ahead, cousin.
let me ask you this, Brittany. So right now, at this point in time, you seeing how the world is. Do you feel like that you will be able to help a man out, like if he's lacking in that communication department, or do you believe like, oh, you this age, you should already know. I found that the way I did. You know what I'm saying? So are you gonna like give your time to that, like willing to help him grow in that communication stage, or are you just gonna, what, I ain't got time for this?
no, okay, there's gonna be to a certain extent because this is gonna be this is how life is. Whether it's gonna be a job, whether you're in college or whatever the case may be. I may not be the person that can give you those tools. So I'm not, even if I was your teacher and I have broke it down to the best of my abilities, I cannot drive myself insane trying to make sure that you understand it. I would hope one day that you do understand it, but I can't I can't destroy myself to make sure that you are able to communicate because you are your own individual. Now, have I waited a long ass time for somebody to kind of to open up to me? Sure, yes, yes. Can that same person open up to me today? Probably so, probably so. But other than that, I'm not going to beat myself up for it because there are some things that you have to find out for yourself. You have to learn those types of things. You have to learn whenever that teacher went to your desk and told you, hey, this answer was wrong. You was like, ugh, and you got an attitude. You can either erase it and try to figure it out again, or you can erase it and be like, I'm going to skip this question. I ain't going to answer it. It's your choice.
Right.
And I feel like social media got a lot of play in that role too, with the lack of communication nowadays. When you think about it, everybody on their damn phone and posting and bullshitting.
Right.
Damn phones, bro. Social media's fucked up the whole entire world, bro.
But no, it's up
It's
to the
you as a
individual
person. It's
person.
you as a person.
You downloading them apps. You got to create a goddamn login. You actually legit typed your email in. You set a password. So you as an individual got to take responsibility for what you allowed social media to do for you and to do.
Man, yeah, that's true. But come on, there's a lot of women out here that stay on these phones. They barely want to have interaction, face communication. Oh, text me this or FaceTime me that. Not
That's
all
their
women.
choice.
I feel like nowadays a lot of people go by energy as well. So if you with somebody who always on their phone and you feel some kind of way, or you feel like you can't even distract that person from their phone, I feel like you're gonna automatically try to just automatically start doing what they do. So you're gonna be on your phone and you're gonna try to do what they do because evidently you're not getting through to them.
Right. So that's like
In a sense, they come out match your energy. Like,
right.
okay, bet. Okay. You feel
Because
like you
like
want to do
as
that?
a
That's
person,
cool.
I mean, you can only take so much and you can only voice so much and you can only do so much until you're at your breaking point to whether you either finna let it go or you finna just do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't make anybody do anything.
Right. So let me ask you this, Nate. Okay, so like say someone on their phone, like then you input like you seeing that, and so you like, okay, well I guess I'm not holding your interest, and then you all of a sudden do it. So where's the common ground on that as far as like the conversation that has to be had about that, so it won't just be two people on their phones. Like how can we, make that better to get that social intimacy?
Right. So I feel like, I mean, if it's like a reoccurring thing, so say if you noticed it, you peeped it, and you voiced it already. So say it happened one or two times, and then you finally got to the point where you're like, okay, hey, I noticed that when we always watching a movie, when we always doing this, you always on your phone. And if you have that conversation with them to like, okay, can you at least not touch your phone, up until the movie is over or whatever, and you have that conversation with that person and that doesn't change, and then you catch yourself doing the same thing, I mean that's just not right. So I feel like if you notice by if you had that conversation with that person already, there's no need to be repetitive and repeat yourself every time, because that person is old enough to know that, okay, hey, she doesn't like this. I noticed that I was doing this, she doesn't like this, and we had a conversation about it. If they can't change that, then I feel like that's where a decision needs to be made.
I feel like you giving them what they want until you're advised otherwise. So it's like, oh, okay, you're wanting our time to be,
So to
we
answer
can
your
scroll.
question, like
Fine.
off top, I feel like if you notice that every time y'all watch a movie, that needs to be like cut out right then and there. It shouldn't be no, okay, I'm gonna see this time, or I'm gonna see if this time we watch the movie he do this. No, if you notice that time and you know that's something that you don't like, that needs to be something off top that needs to be addressed. You shouldn't wait till it's a repetitive thing, and then you catch yourself just being so upset about it to where you just trying to do the same thing. No.
Right.
So right off top, I feel like that's something that needs to be discussed.
So if y'all in a relationship 2 or 3 years later and you didn't address it at all in that 2 or 3 years, but it's been something that's bothering you, if that person don't make it bring it out to light in the beginning, want to come 2 or 3 years later, then that's who's accountable on that. The person
I
who
mean, I
did
feel
you
like
that.
that's on you. That's on me as a person. If I done let this person do this for 3 years and I haven't said nothing, what's the point of saying something now? I mean,
Mm.
that like so that goes back to me saying it should be addressed off top. I shouldn't have let you go that far with doing that, knowing deep inside that shit was pissing me off. So I shouldn't even let you get that far. So that falls back on me as a person allowing you to do that.
But do you feel like that makes a whole lot of people these days in relationships miserable because they're stuck in like 5, 6, 7, 8 year relationship and not even, you know what, it's not gonna change. So why even bring it up?
Well, I mean, no, because it can change and it cannot. Some people are who they are, and some people will take the time to listen to your needs and listen to your wants and try to change the situation. Some people are just who they are. So, I mean, no, I don't feel like it's too late. I feel like maybe within those years you just felt like you couldn't really use the type of person that really couldn't get it off your chest to be able to say what you wanted to say or say how you feel. But then just that day 3 years later, you felt like you needed to address that. Okay, that's the conversation. And then I feel like that's when you two as a couple can come together and try to change it.
Okay, so my question would be, in that sense, you've been together for however many years, okay? Like you with your girl, you with your dude for that many years. You did address the situation right off top. You already listen, no, I'm asking. So if you already addressed it, right? You address what, like, you know what I'm saying, like what you feel like you didn't like when it comes to us.
I'm being
Again,
on the
let's say
phone and
watching
stuff.
movies, you're on the phone. So they do that. So the first time that you bring it to their attention, they correct it. Okay, they correct it.
Mhm.
They're like, oh yeah, you show right. Like, yeah, I need to start.
Right.
4 months they do it. Then after that, they kind of get back to that same routine. Would you feel like you need to, hey, told you about them goddamn phones? Would you do it
No,
that,
I feel
or
like
would you be
let
like,
that person make that mistake,
make
and
that
if it
decision?
continues,
Okay,
and if it continues to happen, then that's when you be like, okay, look,
you
it's
can't
gonna be
change
this or
them,
that.
right? Okay,
Because at the end of the day, that person is who they are, and then you shouldn't force him to be somebody that they're not. So if you feel like you can't change this for me, okay, this needs to be a whole different discussion, and we're gonna have to go about it this way.
Okay, because I know some people be like, oh, I told them they didn't say anything, they never changed it. Okay, that's just who they are.
Because
they
you putting in the same energy as them, get on the same vibe as them. Okay, well, I'm gonna be on my phone too. Fuck him. He always do it. No, that's just gonna make the situation worse. So if I feel like you brought it up, they knew, and they fall back into that same category. Okay, well, what you wanna do?
Okay, question. Why would you think? This is gonna be a question. Why would you think that it would make it worse if apparently they don't care about the situation? Why do we mentally think that it's gonna make it worse when they really don't care about the situation because they did not correct it the first time?
Not saying it's gonna make it worse. I don't feel like bringing in my negative energy into the situation by being on my phone, knowing damn well I ain't got shit to look at on my phone, but I'm finna get on my damn phone just because you're on your phone. I'm not finna do that. So I feel like
Okay, let's come back. Regroup. Hold on. Woo! Hold
No,
on. I'm
no,
trying
no.
to process.
Nate, whenever you finish, I gotta ask questions. That's why I got my hand up. No need to stop. You know, do your thing. You got a lot to say.
Hold
Hey,
on. Let's
do your
regroup.
thing. Do your thing. You go ahead and finish.
right, but no, I was just saying, like, I feel like you shouldn't have to put in your negative energy knowing that you are then already brought up the discussion of you not liking what this person is doing. So I feel like you shouldn't have to just start being on your phone just because. I feel like you brought it up. So at that point, if it happens again and continues to happen, then I feel like that's like a whole other discussion as far as like, okay, we either gonna do this, or if you feel like you can't be who I'm asking you to be, or at least help me meet me halfway, in this relationship, then whether that's letting that relationship end or whatever. But like I said, that's a whole other discussion. But I feel like you shouldn't bring in your negative energy on top of that person's negative energy just because.
Right.
So, now I got a quick question.
Mm-hmm. Say that again.
You want to be a part of GCP?
Do I want to be a part?
Yeah, I'm just asking. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, why not?
I'm just saying, because, ladies and gentlemen, Cuzos are speaking some facts, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I hope y'all taking notes, because, long story short, don't bring that bullshit over here. Speak up.
But also,
I'm
also
sure.
too, also too on this, when you bring some to, something to light, and the other person agrees to do it, they have to let them know, like, hey, look, I'm comfortable with changing this, or I'm not comfortable with changing this. Because you feel like if you force that you gotta change something, and you're really not comfortable with it, like second nature is gonna be like, okay, I went back to it and did it again. Like you said, be on the phone all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be like, hey, can you do this? So don't waste my time. And everybody wants to try, and do stuff. I'm gonna be better. But if you don't really want to do it like for the right reasons, it's not gonna change for the better.
Okay.
Right.
So do you feel like there's a time limit? Like, do you feel like there's a time limit between your change? Because, like, let's say you done been through some things or whatever the case may be, and that's you're naturally used to, whether it's how somebody talks to you, you know what I'm saying, you addressing your issues that you have, whatever the case. Do you feel like within a certain time frame, you feel like if they don't go consecutively within a year, they don't give a damn and you walk away? Or do you feel like their efforts, whether it's 4 months and they relapse and then they come back, or if they don't, do you feel like you're gonna try it again? Like, is there a time limit to where you feel like somebody else can correct their actions?
For me, I feel like it depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a lot of things are being said, like, or if like a person, they clean up, and then they stop cleaning up for like a week or something, and get right back to it. Like, stuff in a relationship, stuff is gonna be addressed. It just to the extent like what has to be addressed. Like, what is it? Will it make us better, or we just have to end it right here? It's something that can it be worked on? Those are the questions I feel like have to be asked.
Right, but it's like that's when it comes to like how many times does this have to be
Right.
worked
Yeah.
on?
Like,
Say I
how
done talked
long?
about this to you twice. I feel like twice is enough because at the end of the day, you know what you should and should not be doing. So how many times is it going to take for you to get it? I talked to you about this 10 times and you still don't get it. Then what? I still got to sit here and suffer because I feel like you're not giving me time and you're not paying attention to what I'm trying to communicate to you. How many times does it take before you just try, let it go as a person? Because a person can only take so much.
10 times.
That's true.
10 times.
That's true. And like, and this what I've learned, like, just with just watching, different podcasts as well. Like, a lot of guys, like, we aren't the best communicators. So, at the end of the day, when we learning how to communicate, I know it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all think we should get it at the end of the day, and then it should be stuck in our brain. But it's like, if we doing good, we doing good. Like, it's kind of like we have to really put forth that effort, and go repetitive, so our brain can get stuck in that mindset of, okay, if she don't like me moving the pillows this way on the sofa, when I get up, I better straighten up these pillows. Or, what I'm saying, even in the bed, like, I know she don't like the bed, she be getting on me about the bed I made, so I'm gonna make the bed every day. You just gotta keep on doing it, keep on doing it, keep on doing it. But it has to be on that man to change it too, you know what I'm saying, and stick with it.
Right,
Okay.
but then again,
So my question would be, what's the difference between those situations where it was brought to your attention one time and it was corrected and you never went back, and then the situation to the point where somebody had to keep telling you over and over again? Why did the situation when somebody had to tell you once, why did that hold so much weight when you knew at the end of the day the consequence of that action was not going to be right or good, I would say, in your favor?
Right? As a man, you got to deal with so much pressure with a. Let's say a man who have a family. There's so much pressure on that man to protect his family, to provide for that family. That man got a business, so he thinking about some other shit besides, like, damn, that pillow is fucked. Wow, woman see that. Oh, white people of this man think about some other different shit. Like, well, babe, what you
But why
saying?
are we
No,
always making
because
gender an issue?
no, it's
We know
not.
we always make gender an issue. Oh, the man is worried about this and the woman is worried about this. We
Yeah.
as individuals, we all worried about the same fucking shit, and that's surviving. So why are we all we're drawing a line between each other for no fucking reason when we need to be on each other's team? Like
But
with a lot of conversations that we have, we always like the man this, the woman that, the man this, the woman that. When at the end of the day, she go about before she go close her eyes, she's worried about how the fuck the light bill is gonna be paid if y'all struggling. She gonna be worried about the lunches getting fixed. She gonna be worried about the goddamn kids. She's worried about all that shit too. You go to sleep
Mhm.
about that same shit. So why are we sitting
Right.
here drawing
And
the
there's
line?
no need for, as a man, just because you worried about all of that, to shut down on your significant other.
Because we
Because
not
like
allowed
she
to.
said, I'm piggybacking on what she said, and if you know, we go to bed worrying about the same thing, so that don't give you the right to go to bed and wake up upset with me, or make it at least seem like you're upset with me, knowing that we're worried about the same thing. So why can't we not talk about it and figure out what needs to be done before you just shut down on me, or make it at least seem like you're upset with me about the same situations?
because in today's world society, they don't give a fuck about the man. Us,
Who?
we already
That's
know.
your opinion. That's your opinion and who you associate with. I'm gonna say that.
I'm saying how the world putting in society.
Who
They all try.
cares? Okay, who's paying your bills? The world. Who you fucking? The world. Who you actually trying to build with? The world. So why does the world hold so much weight when that's not what you really trying to actually do anything for? You ain't trying to live for the world. So why are you so pressed about what the world says?
Because every day you see it in your face. Now, I'm not saying me, but I'm saying you see it out in society, what they putting in shit in everybody's face to make you believe what's really going on out
Right,
here.
but then that's where it comes in, as you are who
Yourself.
you are. You control what you do, you control what you think, you control how you feel. So you believe what you want to believe.
That's true.
Nobody's making you believe in
What society
anything.
says.
Nobody's
That's
making you
right.
do what you see. You got control of your own mind. So just because somebody else went and did this, and their outcome was whatever, don't mean that the outcome gonna be the same for you. So you make the decision that you know feel gonna be right for you, not because that other person did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like society can kiss the ass cheek. Like what do we? That's what I'm saying. Like
That's just like bitches gonna go get BBLs. Just because you done did this and you felt this and your results was this, bitch, that don't mean I'm finna go do the same shit just because I see it.
Like, who cares?
So, you know, it's
Mhm.
all about, like I said, you are controlling you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but a lot of people out here don't believe in that shit. Why the world's so fucked up now?
Okay,
Right?
but
I mean, yeah, that's true.
okay.
That's true, but
I feel like at the end of the day, like before we like whenever we end whatever we end, I feel like at this point the main note for everybody, because we're like most responses, even whether it's coming from me, my sister, kinfolks, whoever, at the end of the day, we always bring up the
other
world,
people,
the world, society. So before we get off this shit today, I feel like that should be something that's noted for everybody. Fuck the world.
Yeah,
Do
your
what
struggles
works
are
for
not
you.
the same as my struggles.
Yeah, do what works for you.
Everybody's story different. Everybody's
No, for
story
real.
different.
Exactly.
Because like I said, like every response is be like, oh, people, social media, the world, blah blah blah.
Right.
The world ain't doing shit for me. Ain't
Because
doing
what
nothing
works for
me.
you may not work for the other.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely something I feel like everybody should take from today. It's just like, you know what? Fuck the world. It's fucking us. So let's just live before we croak. Because we
Yeah.
ain't gonna be here forever.
We ain't.
Already
Like I
been
said,
broke.
man, women, like they you know who put us against each other. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we gotta overcome all that. Like
Not for real. For real.
like you said, Brittany, like all the gender stuff and everything, like we going against the same thing, the world.
Yeah.
Man, but
Yeah.
this right here, this has been. I appreciate y'all for coming up. You know, it's been 2 hours and 33 minutes, a little longer than usual,
Oh,
but
it did go longer.
hey, but
Oh
no,
yeah, my bad.
I appreciate y'all input. Like I said, this is the first time we ever had like a 3 women guest on our panel. So, you know, I appreciate y'all. And whenever y'all want to come back, you know, we got, you know, any other topics to talk about, hey, we gonna invite y'all on GCP.
All right. Well, you guys have a great
Right.
evening. Be safe. Make better decisions. Whether it was from yesterday and today to tomorrow. Everybody have a good evening.
Yes, man. I appreciate you, Brittany. Appreciate you, Nana.
Yes,
Alex,
no problem.
appreciate everybody for coming down and talk about these topics. And don't y'all forget, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, tell everybody about the GCP.
GCP with the one. Right to y'all. I was on the shit. God damn. Baylor, take some notes. Take some notes.
All right, y'all. Again, like I said, once again, Nana and Brittany, appreciate y'all for coming up. Like I said, showing love and support.
All right, no problem. Good
Right,
night,
no
guys.
problem.
All right, that's a wrap.